Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. Happy Gobbies Day, everybody. Hi. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. All right. It's time to get started. Fast intro time, baby. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's dive in.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Hello. How's it going? Greetings. Greetings, everyone. Turn that up a little bit. Okay, there we go. How's everyone doing today?
Good.
No, pretty good.
What's going on? Sorry.
Been eating Indian food here for like 15 minutes, dude.
I'm
mocking
way
Crendor
too
eating
few.
Indian food.
I saw Crendor and Jesse in here hanging out before stream. It was the cutest thing ever.
We're talking about
here.
Indian food.
Well, I was eating my food.
yeah.
Right. Gotcha. I mean, I wanted to come in and say hi, but I didn't want to, I felt like that would have been like if the teacher came into the class before class actually started and you're like, hey, you got 5 minutes. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, no, we were like
Yeah.
talking about the party last weekend at Phyllis's house. Phyllis? That's the name I came up with? Whatever.
Gertrude and Phyllis threw quite a jam.
Yo.
What a gathering it was. Gertrude and Phyllis's soiree.
Yeah, here's the fucked up thing, right? I believed you until you said that's the name I made up. And then I was like,
And
oh,
Patricia showed up, and I was like, Patricia. Oh.
What a card Patricia is.
what?
A harlot if there ever was one.
Oh my gosh, this sounds like an excellent party. All right, so look at this. Everything's ready to go. Last we left off, you all, well, a couple of things happened. You finished fighting off against the ground hydra that hid amongst Io slash, oh my gosh, Brisbane's soil. And also, an unfortunate accident happened to the senator of this land. After some smooth explanation away over to their guards, the guards permitted it as something that happened within the battle itself, and the senator unfortunately fell. However, believing you all to be heroes of the village that was close by, you guided the senator. You guided the senator's body along with the guards over to the nearby village, where the villagers didn't really seem to care too much that the senator's demise happened. Life continued as normal. They'll vote someone else into power. I mean, it might even be Cheezel at that point, since Cheezel asked many inquiring questions of how someone could be a senator of the great land of Brisbane. After an evening over at the tavern, having stew, old bread, Model, as well as Piquel, guided everyone underneath the bed of your very cramped and close-quartered room to share a secret of an area that they had been, a floating city within the sky. And after talking about this and believing for an hour, you all teleported your gobbly pals over into the city. This city is an alternate reality, was within an alternate reality of Io, where the city of Atlas still stands. Stand being a odd word, as the city itself is suspended into the sky, with the rest of Io below left in ruins. The city itself abandoned and emptied for quite some time, with only the kindled werewolf blacksmith Manda at the charge, forging and reforging, smithing weapons and fine arms and armaments. She expresses to you that the city itself abandoned, but its houses stand tall, and that you all are permitted to find residence here if you so desire. She suggested that you all headed over to the chapel, the High Chapel of Atlas, which floated above the altered city, in which you did so. There, an ancient magic known as the Memory, connected with Io's original denizens, the Astari, flooded in your mind, since you were all acclimated and apparently attuned with the memory itself. It was there that you received brief flashes of previous lives that you seem to have been connected to. along with what appeared to be strange alternate versions of yourselves, whether it be human, elf, or gnome. These figures apparently had characteristics and traits that looked like you. After all those memories flooded in, the power of the memory unlocked within your mind, you were able to, at that point, level up to the 10th level with the ability to essentially to choose a secondary class along with your primary class. And that is where we left off. We kind of talked a little bit about classes and what you guys would be doing at that point in time. Little bit of recaps that I mentioned in chat, or I mentioned in our private chat, but I will say out loud because I said this before. Multi-classing with spellcasters at this point in time has essentially they share their own spell slots. However, what that means is if you decide to be, for example, a level 1 wizard or a level 1 sorcerer, and you learn the spell Magic Missile, even though you can only learn first level spells, you can still use spell slots of higher level to empower those spells. In addition, those spell slots continue to increase as you multi-class. So even though, for example, in Tomato's case, if he still is deciding to go wizard, as a level 9 bard and level 1 wizard, he effectively has the spell slots of a level 10 caster, which means one more level, whether it be in wizard or his primary class of bard, will grant him access to 6th level spell slots. While you're not learning the 6th level spells, you were able to power up your spells and cast them at the 6th level at level 11. I know that's a lot of jargon, but essentially your spell slots, if you take dual spell casting, continues to increase, even though you're not learning additional spells. Yes, Benji.
Okay, just a few things to clarify.
Please.
So we're level 9 and 1
Correct.
right now?
Yes.
Okay, 9 and 1.
Oh,
Are we
not
capped
10?
at 10?
Repeat that again, Benji. Sorry.
Oh, are we capped at 10 for a single class?
You
so
are capped.
You can still put 1 into other one?
You are capped at 10 for a single class. As far as planning goes, you will not exceed the 10th level. Usually how my campaigns usually end up, you'll usually end around level 10, level 11. You'll remember in the offline campaign, we kind of ended around level 10 anyways. So instead of just being like, all right, you've got a level or 2 and that's it, the game's over, you now have a way to earn additional rewards to individualize your character and power up. Yes, Tomato.
So my spell slot availability is going to depend on what would be available for my bard. Just so I'm aware, and this is clear, if I were to level up, say again, and I was going to be wizard at the 2nd level, does my spell slots per level is that reflected by what a bard would have at like the culminative level of those 2 classes? Because I'm sort of unsure how like we're getting extra spell slots.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Bard and Wizard have like different spell slots that they gain per their split levels. Like,
correct.
So I'm a little bit confused.
Yeah, no worries. So I'm going to link you over to a table that is on this site. On the bottom of that site, you will see multi-class spellcasters. Essentially, your character sheet is now going to use this spell slot box, this universal spell slot box at this point in time. D&D Beyond, fortunately, auto-calculates all of that for you, so you don't have to worry about keeping track of multiple spell slots or multiple classes with different multiple spell slots. That all will be already calculated in your sheet. If you were to choose something that uses less spell slots like Paladin or Ranger, it will auto-calculate that on your D&D Beyond sheet. So as far as like plotting and planning goes, if you are to do Bard and Wizard, you would follow this spell sheet.
It seems like playing a Bard and a Wizard is just a bad idea at this point, because it doesn't seem like I'm going to really gain enough spell slots to make Wizard worth it, which seems to be the case for most casters if you're already a caster.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing here.
Yeah, so the idea of multi-classing, instead of making you more powerful, it's meant to give you more options. So while you're going to see a boost in hit points and eventually your proficiency bonus that'll continue to scale up with your group class, essentially, if you were to choose a secondary class like a wizard, the wizard itself will give you more options. So you may decide, I'd rather cast Magic Missile than whatever 1st level spell that I'd like to use. I might want to add a little more utilities. But more importantly, an important thing about the wizard is that you would actually get additional cantrips, and I believe cantrip slots that you will be able to now cast as many times as you want. So you get access to things like Firebolt, which is a pretty typical standard powerful spell for wizard and sorcerer.
Right.
Whatever you decide is ultimately up to you. If you feel wizard is not viable enough for what you would like to do or contribute, you are free to choose any other spell that you want. Bard is already kind of like a utility between like wizard, sorcerer, and cleric anyways. So ultimately it is up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just like sort of struggling to wrap my brain around like how many spells I'm actually going to be learning on the wizard side and how much that's actually carrying over. I think it's just because of the tools I'm using to look at them that's confusing me.
So the spells that you learn, are you getting confused with spells known and spell slots?
I think I was getting confused with that at first, but yeah, it's mainly just like I think it's just not really being totally clear on like these, like how many spells are actually available for me to learn.
Oh, to learn. Okay, I understand.
It's not like on the tools I'm using 5e tools,
right,
for my my class display stuff, and it's not like, I don't know, it's like I'm getting confused.
No, it's fine, and I'm definitely happy to help. And for anyone that has questions or clarifications, I want to make sure that you guys feel like you're playing the class or the combination of classes that best suit the characters that you make. So I'm more than happy to talk it through and explain it over with you. So, for example, for wizard, so here's the thing about wizards that makes it different from bards. Let me go ahead and actually pull this out right now. As a wizard, you'll actually know as many spells as you can read through and learn. Sorcerers have a limit in spells they know, but wizards can essentially, if they get a wizard's book in hand, they get to know all of the spells that a wizard can learn at that point in time. All you have to do is just cast at that point in time. So as a bard, you have a section that says spells known, correct? That you've been seeing on your table. You see that. As a wizard, they don't have spells known because you learn all the spells. It just takes time and research and money, but you never have to worry about a spells known limit. If you meet an archmagister who has been studying level 1 spells all his life, and he just goes, here, Clarence, read this book, and you study it and copy it over to your wizard tome, which you use to cast wizard spells, you can learn all the spells at that point in time. Okay. So, and
yeah, because like I the way I was interpreting wizard is that like I want more utility support. I want more of that. Like the rest of the team does a lot of damage. I want more options for utility that I can augment easier. And like, yeah, wizard does sound like what I want in that case.
Yes, wizard is absolutely the utility because you will have the ability at that point in time to learn all the spells. You just got to make sure that you have them prepared. You choose which spells you like prepared, exactly like your bard. You don't have to worry about spells known.
Okay.
On the flip side of it, if you wish to decide to go the divine route, whether it be druid or cleric, not saying you're interested in that, but if you do decide to go kind of like what Pikel is doing, divine spellcasters don't have to worry about spells known either. They just know all of the spells, just period. They get it from a divine source. That's it. Certain classes have a spells known that they have to kind of like pick what spells they learn. That is sorcerer, that is bard, and I'm sure there's others there as well. But if you're looking for utility from an arcane spellcaster sense, wizard is a great route for that.
Yeah, I'll probably go wizard.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. So did that answer all of your questions? That cleared everything up for you?
Well, it cleared up for me. I don't know about everyone else.
No. I know. I'm going to go through it with everyone, but I just want to make sure that addressed your question about that.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, awesome. Bree, how you feeling? You're going paladin, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
So, if you guys would like to mess with your character sheets, you're free to. To simplify it for you guys, I was just going to handle everything for you all, since I don't think you have much of a choice with that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that is absolutely not a problem. So, like I said, all you guys are here to do is just GLHF, have some
Fantastic.
fun. So looking right now. So your cleric, I'm gonna drop you down to level 9, free, and I'm gonna
Okay.
add you want to do paladin, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm also going to change abilities up for depending on what you're doing. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. And like I said, yeah, today we're just going to make sure everyone's comfortable with it. If we get everything that we need early enough, we can continue on. But yeah, I don't want anyone to feel pressured that they need to understand everything that's happening right now.
That's my secret. I never feel pressure because I don't understand anything.
Epic.
I just never know what's going on at any given time.
You're so in character for Skagzag, dude.
Yeah.
Hey.
Are we allowed to redo our arrays during this time? Because yeah, if I'm doing wizard, I want to make sure that my int is higher than it was at base.
So what I'm gonna do, as mentioned before, with all things IO, everything's always just a constant experiment of what works, what doesn't, and then we just kind of acclimate that for future campaigns and things like that. What I'm doing with this multi-classing is whatever your primary ability is, specifically for multi-classing, I'm just upping it to 15, so you don't have to move everything around. But with that being said, though, if you would like to move,
yeah, I would still like to do a little bit of array stuff now that I'm like more aware that I'm doing a multi-class. Because you know, like if I had known at the beginning of like us making characters, obviously people would have done different, like slightly different things. So
yeah, absolutely, and that's why I want to give you guys.
I wouldn't have dumped into specific areas.
Yeah,
had
absolutely, and I want to make sure that you guys have the ability to refresh your characters to the array that you want. So, for example, Pikel, since you are choosing Paladin, your strength and charisma will be boosting up to a 15.
My charisma's 19 though, so it stays.
Oh no, your charisma should not be a 19. I have to remove all your everyone's Cosma powers. The Cosma power gave you the 19 charisma, unless you have an
throw up.
Unless you you're just throwing up. Okay, cool,
Yeah.
awesome, epic. I'm just making sure that's.
Yeah, I'm just throwing up. It's
okay,
fine.
you could throw up. That's fine. That's fine. So with that, I'm just gonna go ahead. Add Paladin. Okay, so the only thing you need to do is fucking nothing. All right, epic.
Epic.
Nice.
Wait, I thought.
Wait, Brett, can you clarify what our stats were actually boosted by with the Cosmo powers?
It was just your charisma. It boosted your charisma to 19 because the Cosma draw used charisma as your base. Everyone's charisma boosted to 19.
That's
so.
why. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But now that the
I'm
Cosma
not that funny.
Yeah. Shit.
Fuck.
looks down.
Looks down at hands. What am I?
All right, so with that, Bree, your character sheet is done. You're at 112 hit points now. If you
my god!
If you don't
That's
see,
amazing.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, if you don't see that, it might take 10 minutes for it to acclimate over.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Crendor. So what? Crendor, I think we. Crendor, we he said, "Oh boy." Well, no, he chose a class last session. What class did you choose?
Warlock.
Okay, that's easy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that right now. Warlock been added.
Nice.
Okay. Your patron. Would you like me to choose a patron for you?
Wait. What does that mean?
So your patron gives you a whole list of abilities, depending on where you get your source. So there's literally, so you have to. You're essentially tapping your power.
Sounded like a pickup line.
Is one of them just Chaos Manifest, Brett?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a Chaos one.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Would you like to tap your patron to be something chaos related?
I mean, I do love chaos.
There's
Okay.
there's Archfey, Celestial, Fathomless, Fiend, Genie, Great Old One, Hexblade, and Undying.
So Hexblade is for like melee if you want to get into the fray melee style.
Yeah.
Right, so I added the modifier for my character to 15. All right.
Sounds good.
For intelligence.
Yep. I like it. Yeah, make sure so instead of rolled, you
And
go
I-
manual, and
Trying
then
to
you
take off the modifier for the charisma one, but I think that's on your end. So
yeah, that I can remove very easily. All right, so let me see here. 1 second. Okay, so Skagzag. Let me see which patron sounds good to you. I'm just gonna read like a general list. Are you looking for? Do you want me to read like what they all do for you, or do you want to like pick one that sounds like that's Skagzag?
Give me a couple that sound Skagzaggy.
Okay, cool. Let me see. So we've got. I'm gonna open up all of these. We got a genie.
Oh. Actually, Brett, I sort of do have a question because
Yes.
this is sort of relevant for standard, like for people that might change their arrays.
Yes.
Like, should the boosting it to 15 or whatever, should that instead be like switched to just a modifier plus? Because otherwise, like people could just say, "Oh, my intelligence is 10. I'm moving my like fucking high standard array thing to something like that isn't going to be boosted." Like, should it be like a flat boost, like a plus?
So what I can go ahead and do is just give everyone a new array if that works for everyone that you guys can use.
I mean, it's that, or it's just like it needs to be set at like a flat. You get a bonus in these stats because it is a stat you're multi-classing in instead. Because just
Right.
automatically boosting it up to a flat number means that standard array, like it doesn't but matter what you put in there anymore.
Yeah.
For like the array, you can just put like 8 in there and it'll be boosted to 15 anyways, which makes
No,
it
makes it a little broken.
cheesable.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I like that. So 14, 13, 12, 10, 8. So let's go ahead and boost your whatever your 13 stat is to a 15. Does that sound good with everyone? So everyone kind of gets a nice little boost. 12, 10, 10, and 8. Does that sound good? If we just re-engineer the array to that?
I'm confused. So what are you doing then?
I'm changing the array numbers around.
Okay.
Do you think that would suffice? Because I want that 8
So we
to
have-
stay.
15, 15, 14, 12, 10, 8 now?
Yes.
Okay.
Is
I
that-
need to like write this down because it's like it doesn't appear that
All
way
you're
on the,
doing is
D&D
changing a
Beyond.
13 to a 15, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. So now we have 2 15s.
That's
Two
correct.
15s. All that's changed
Oh,
is that
okay,
13
okay.
has become a 15.
Yep.
All right.
Everything
That
else
sound-
stays the same.
Does that sound
Yeah,
good?
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, cool, awesome. Just want to make sure everyone.
I just wanted to make sure that like we didn't have some unintended like cheesable array.
Oh, I
thing.
gotcha. I gotcha. Yep. I got people in chat right now that are looking and just grinding their hands, waiting to cheese. So it's all
If I
good.
got any, what are my options on the thingy?
Yeah. So I wanted to make sure that got there. All right. So you've got the Archfey. So you know the fays like fairies and things like that. That's probably
Right.
the best one that's gonna be as far as like mischief, as far as chaotic magic goes. I'm going to be doing a campaign in the future that actually explores like the worlds of like fays and fairies and nature and how that works in IO. So that's a great way to tap into that. Fae itself would be pretty chaotic. It's definitely an unknown source of magic. It gives you like beguiling Fae presence. You can literally vanish in a puff of smoke later on if you'd like to go ahead and do something like that. And it's more for like mind affecting magic stuff is the Fae. Then of course you got the Celestial. I don't think this is something you're gonna be interested in. Celestial's kind of like divine light. You can cast things like Sacred Flame light. Imagine it like a cleric patron. If you want Crendor, like healing, all sorts of stuff. So I don't think that would be there. The Fathomless is essentially an ocean entity. So think of things like krakens and stuff of that nature. There is an ocean patron known as the Deep One that you can go ahead and attune with if you so wish. But that kind of puts you more in like the pirates, ocean, tentacles, things like that. Then you've got the Fiends. That's a pretty standard warlock patron, I would say, at that point, where you're just tapping into the raw astral energies and pulling forth dark magics. Then there's a genie. Genies are pretty standard. You attune yourself to a genie, and there are many powerful genies out there that you're able to attune yourself to. Then there is the Great Old One. So we have the deep one, and then we have the old one. The old one in this case would actually tap into the power of the shadows, essentially. Io has a realm of shadows, just simply known as the Shadow or Io's Shadow. That it taps. Think of Cthulhu and things like that. Hexblade lets you charge your power. This is more if you want to go melee. Probably not going to be good for you, Crendor. The undead, you make a pack into necromancy, into life and death itself. This is going to make you more necromantic, give you more necromancy abilities. And then the undying, which is essentially the same as the undead as I'm reading this. Boo, boo, boo. Among the Dead, which gives you the Spare the Dying cantrip, a little bit of this is also kind of a little combination of, like, the undying is more like healing necromancy, reviving stuff and things like that. I would not recommend the undying, just because it doesn't have a lot in the world of Io. So of all the things I mentioned, what do you feel like Skagzag would attune themselves to?
That's a good question.
Faye is very good for like chaos / mischief. I would feel would be probably really good. But if you want to go deep, dark, you've got the Fathomless for Krakens, and you've got the Great Old One for like shadows and just deep darkness. If you want to go the most default standard, I would recommend the Fiend.
Oh, I'm not going default.
Okay.
Defaults are default losers, dude.
Do you want to think about it, and then I will get back to you, kind of like swing around to you?
Yeah, I've pulled it up now. I found it, so I'm gonna look through it all.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Jesse, which one did you end up choosing?
I want to go with Druid, my man.
All right, because you're going to be changed into wild beasts, correct?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like there's a synergy between Fury and Wild Shape.
Okay.
And it basically gives me like a lot of HP, so.
Sounds good. Let me go ahead and make sure your feats are managed. Yep, your feats are good. I know you're working with... I would say at this point, my man, now that
yes,
that
dude.
you have been more acclimated with yourself and your altered personalities, your modifiers are going to return to normal now that you've attuned yourself with Cheezel and kind of have gotten control after the absolutely just mental devastation of what's happened on the planet of Cosma, with the fate of your fallen friend Dungo. It has taken you some time, but you've become more, I would say, attuned with yourself and your other altered personality. So I'm going to go ahead and add Druid for you. Abilities.
Hey, Brett?
Yes.
I got some pretty wild cantrips here that I think are shared between other characters from the game.
Oh, yeah. So
don't take, like, I'm not sure which ones are like, which ones are and aren't, because I only recognize Mordove Handshake in my options, and I obviously shouldn't take because that's, you know.
It should let you know if it's a custom cantrip. It should let you know what the resources are. I would say don't take any custom cantrip. I think there's like a Cure Wounds one. Don't take that. If there's one that looks like it's something I created, by default, assume that's not something that you can pick.
Yeah, none of them say custom. Is like Vile Lightning a custom cantrip?
That's a custom one. Yeah, Vile Lightning's a custom one.
Showed me before I
Yeah, I wish so.
Like half of my thing seems to be half custom, half not, and it's really hard to figure out what cantrips I can take.
No worries. So what I'm gonna do in the future is just add the note to the title itself, so that can all be taken care of for custom stuff. But if there's one that you're like,
man, when do I get a custom cantrip, man? These cantrips suck compared to theirs. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, so that was more in like the wizard campaign, where a lot of them experimented around with cantrips, since that was for a balanced sense, since it was a party of all wizards. They got to access to a lot more custom stuff. However, I will let you know that there are in IO, as Bree can attest to, there are ways to make custom cantrips, and they are out there. So if that is something that Clarence is
You gotta
interested
go to school, bitch.
yeah,
We go to school, and then we left.
Wrong school, bitch.
there are ways to get more custom stuff out there. So if that's something Clarence is interested in, feel free to gather information, talk with a variety of.
Man, you tell me I can't conjure an Earth Goblin, man, at level.
No.
Is that a custom one?
That's a custom one. That's a custom one. Yep, that was from a tome actually that the wizards learned at.
Why
that
am
point.
I, dude? You gotta fucking get these off my screen. I can't pick spells right now. Like I can't.
It just makes you upset of all the
No,
other things.
I genuinely can't. Like half the stuff is like custom. I don't know which ones are which.
I will.
I'll get to it in a different session or whatever.
Okay, no worries. My apologies that D&D Beyond. That's how the way D&D Beyond works. We'll.
I think I know.
What have you decided, Crendor?
So, what I wanted first was the Fathomless, but then I was reading the Great Old One, and I think that just lines up because it's like I can make people laugh, and they hurt themselves. I can like whisper shit to people, like psychic things. I feel like that lines up with being like a psychotic like circus man.
Okay, so the Great Old One is what we can do.
Yeah.
All right, I will mark that. Jesse. So your 13 is going to turn into a 15. Your current array is you have a 15 strength, 14 dex, a 15 constitution, an 8 intelligence, a 12 wisdom, and a 10 charisma. Would you like to switch that around at all?
So what just got upgraded?
Your constitution just changed from a 13 to a 15.
I would like to put my wisdom higher. I think I need wisdom if I'm barbarian, right? I think I need wisdom.
Wisdom is for druids, specifically
that's
their
what I mean.
spell casting.
Druid. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, does wisdom affect my change shape, becoming an animal?
I don't think so, but I'm about to. Let me find out for you. D&D Druid 5e. Tell tomato to turn off homebrew option. Okay. I don't think that's.
Well, that might fuck up my whole character if we like turn off homebrew options.
Do we have any? Don't we have any homebrew options? Oh yeah. Let's not touch that for now, in case that deletes all your custom items in your inventory. I don't know exactly how that affects it.
I don't think we're gonna be getting into much combat today.
Yeah, today wasn't meant to be a combat day, but hey, who knows? Who knows? Okay, so for wild shape, let me go ahead and do that right there. Chat will tell me if I'm wrong, but it looks like. So you retain your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores when you wild shape, but other than that, I do not see wisdom affecting your wild shape.
Oh, then so, I mean, that's what this whole thing's about. So I think I'm fine where I'm at with, unless you can make me have more strength, but I feel like I'm fine.
Yeah, no, you won't be increasing there. All right. Yeah. Well, then your constitution has gone up, which means your hit points are going to go up by 10. So
is there and I get a spell for my level 1?
Yeah. So give me 1 second. I have to uncheck that. I have to add druid. I have to add class.
Will I be able to access this in my thing?
Yes, you will. Once I
Man,
get it.
You're so good at this.
When I get this all here. So, Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry. All right, Jesse now has, double checking here and make sure this is correct, 156 hit points. Yep, 156 hit points.
Just gonna reload that and make sure that's yup. That's good.
So if you go over, to your spells tab.
Spells tab.
Next to your actions, you'll have a button in the lower right corner called Manage Spells. This is where you can learn your 2 cantrips and prepare your 2 first level spells. Every day, you can prepare 2 different first level spells. So if there's like a spell you're like, that one sucked, for your prepared spells, your first level spells, then you can move it around. Your cantrips you cannot move around. Once you learn your 2 cantrips, that's it.
Great. I know. I'll look into that. I feel I'll even, you know what? I'll do some research on those. But I'm 100% getting absorb elements because that's gonna make getting hit amazing. And
that's gonna make getting hit amazing.
When I get hit, whatever they hit me with, if it's like poison, I absorb the poison, and then when I attack them, I add 1d6 of that poison.
Yep.
Get wrecked, you big dumb idiots. Oh, I'm ready.
That's correct. All right, so there you go. I can give you a list of common animals that you can transform into.
Can I do that at level 1?
At level 1, I believe you can wild shape. You just can't do the circle of the circle of wild shape.
Wild shape is the combat rating of the creatures you can turn into is what you're limited by based on your level in Druid. So the higher your Druid level, the higher the combat rating of creatures you can transform into. So it starts off at like a quarter or something.
So I believe, let me go ahead and read. Okay, so at level 2 is when you can wild shape. So you can't wild shape yet. At second level, your druid level determines the beast. Okay, so it has to be druid level specific. But it's usually pretty limited. You won't have access to like flying animals anytime soon. But you'll have you'll be able to transform into things like wolves.
Oh, I'm just gonna transform into things that have tons of HP, and I'm gonna throw myself at baddies. I'm not even stressing.
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna work on a list.
Spells while raging as a barbarian.
No, you cannot. So the spells you'd have to cast before you rage.
Right.
Yeah, I have to rage, and then raging makes wild shape a bonus action. So I can rage, then wild shape, then come after everyone.
I don't believe raging makes it a wild bonus action. If the circle that you end up choosing at 3rd level, there's a circle called Circle of the Moon that turns it into a bonus.
That's what I'm doing. 100%. Yeah.
So, and there's plenty of things out there in IO that'll allow you to get you guys levels faster if you do decide to take those options. Essentially.
Let me ask a quick question. Just the team. I have healing options. Would you rather I attack than heal?
A bit of both is always fun.
Yeah, everyone being able to sustain themselves is good.
But what if I got Fog Cloud?
What is
do
that?
what you need to do.
What if I got a Fog Cloud?
All right.
You're gonna show up Skagzag like that, dude?
No, I don't want to do that. That's all he's got. That's all he's got. That'd be rude.
Oh my god.
He's got a fucking old god now that he works for.
That's all I got.
You're attuned to the shadow, the great old one. Okay, so boop boop, boop boop, boop boop, boop boop, and boop boop. Okie dokie. So let me go ahead and do some multiplication here. 54 plus 8, 62. All right, Skagzag, you've got 72 hit points.
All right.
And if you go to your spells and into your manage spells button, you will see that you now have a warlock tab along with your sorcerer tab. Pick yourself 2 more cantrips from that sorcerer tab and learn 2 more spells from the first level tab.
Oh God, hold on.
Yeah, more
Not
spells.
that big a deal.
So on your character sheet, do you remember where your spells were for sorcerer?
Yeah.
Okay, and then do you see the manage spells button like before?
Yeah.
Give that a click. You'll see now you got a sorcerer section and a warlock section.
Oh, I see.
And then go to your add spells. Choose yourself 2 cantrips. I would highly recommend Eldritch Blast. That is a common warlock cantrip it's just big boy blasties.
Okay.
And then choose a second spell. If you would like to choose 2 different cantrips and not Eldritch Blast because you're doing your own thing, feel free. There's no wrong answers. And learn 2 more spells over there. But that takes care of you. What you got, Tomato? Looks like you're about to ask a question.
I was gonna ask, because this whole multi-classing thing, would it be okay for me to swap out one of my feats to better synergize with a character that's multi-classing? Because I definitely, Inspiring Leader has really not been vibing with me ever. And I'm getting sick of forgetting to use it, and I would not mind just getting rid of it.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine.
Sweet,
if you guys want to shake your feats up or even revert them into your ability score increases, please feel free to do so.
Yeah, that's what honestly, I was looking at ability score increases because once we lose the charisma boost as well, I am going to start whiffing fucking everything. I really need some fucking ability score boost to not fuck up so bad.
Absolutely. Sounds good. Let me check your abilities real quick. 15, okay, so 15, 14. You're boosting your intelligence
I boosted in while I was like taking a look at it.
Oh,
the int was boosted by me because I swapped the feat. Because
I see what you're saying, and then you added the 2 over in your base. Okay, that works.
Because I was looking at my spell attack and my like save DCs, and I was like, holy shit, we're so high fucking level now that like if my save DCs are like 14, I'm gonna have to fucking Unsettling Words basically anything to even get a proc on these fucking things.
All right, I'm changing your hit points as well. Your HP is now 89. It'll say 83 because it probably has to attune. The servers have to catch up. Sometimes it takes about 10 minutes for it to do that.
Okay.
All right. As for your spells, you said you'll look through it later. You don't want to deal with that right now.
It's too much of an emotional roller coaster.
No,
right now,
I understand. I apologize. Yeah, I also wish they kind of mentioned that on the tab, so I will remember that for later.
Okay.
I will also double check. I'm pretty sure this doesn't fuck up with your inventory, and I don't think you've learned any custom spells or feats if we do homebrew check off, and if not, I can always I can mess around with it if you'd like.
Huge rush. I'd rather just wait and have you sort it out off stream than me do something knee jerk and fuck up my character live.
I get it. Sounds good. I'm comfortable either way. All right, Mr.
Oh my
Model.
God, I got it.
You got it?
My God.
I got it. So I got a thing called Magic Stone, and I can make things into magic, and then I can catapult those magical stones at people.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. We can definitely make that synergize, dude.
Beautiful.
I like it. All right, Benji. Hello, my friend. What have you decided? Monk, correct?
Monk. I'm deciding right now whether or not to change my wisdom, just because I know a lot of monk stuff uses wisdom. But I don't know if I actually care for any of the stuff that does use wisdom. Let me just double check.
Yeah.
We've got pretty good armor, don't we, Brett?
Yes, I believe. I'll check your inventory, but yeah. So if you're thinking about like your unarmored stuff, yeah, that won't stack with.
Yeah, as far as I remember, monk, you need to be unarmored to do certain monk things, right?
I think you just need to be. I think you need to use your fists for that. I don't think you have to be unarmored.
Oh, unarmored movement. You get the movement speed from
if you're unarmored. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, it's extra 10 feet.
Currently, your armor is an Auroran battlesuit +2, which gives you an armor class of 14. If we were to take that off, along with your monk ability, your armor class.
How did I have 19 armor class?
But
I had 19 armor class.
That's correct. 14 from your armor, and +5 from your dexterity bonus.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay. Yeah, so that taking that off would be a bad idea, probably. Dexterity plus wisdom, so 10 plus my dex modifier is 5.
Yeah.
So if I boosted my wisdom to base 15, that's still only an extra plus 2, so that puts me at 17.
Let me double actually hold the phone. Yeah, I'm trying to see why this actually isn't changing your armor when I unequip your chest piece.
It's soulbound to me.
Well, yeah, but you still have to have it equipped.
Don't take it away from me.
Do we have someone with detect magic in our group?
I was going to take it.
I was thinking about the two if we didn't have it.
I was going to honestly use wizard as a method to take more utility stuff for us, like in social encounters and things.
Mm-hmm.
Was my intent for it.
So, there was an override. That's why. Yeah. So your AC is 15 without the armor.
AC is 15. Okay.
However, if you go back to Manda, she can make you a cloak that can give you +1 AC. If you'd like, that would stack with your unarmored defense, giving you a 16 AC. And then depending on what you do with wisdom at that point in time,
I need to be unarmored to use martial arts. That was the thing I was remembering.
Is it unarmored specifically to use martial arts?
Yeah, it's unarmed strikes. Obviously means no weapons, but it says you gain falling benefits if you're unarmed or not wearing armor. Right. Okay. So yeah, I would like to boost my whiz, but I guess I'd have to part with my cool fucking armor. But if I want to be able to do any of the cool shit as a monk, I should probably do that.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, no, I'll totally do that. I'll boost my whiz. So
okay. So right now your strength is a 13.
My strength is the 13.
We can move that over to wisdom, and that would become a 15 if you'd like.
Yeah, 15 whiz, and then 12 strength.
Okay, and then your charisma would drop to 10.
Charisma to 10. Yeah.
Okay, done.
Just whip them around. Yeah.
All right. So we will unequip your armor. Your AC is now 17. And if you get yourself a magical cloak from Manda, that AC will turn into an 18. So you'll only be one shy of your 19 AC before.
So am I the only person who's got weaker since this session?
No. Well, us all losing our Cosma thing is a massive nerf for me.
That's true.
To be honest, yeah, that's why I'm changing feats around, because I've dropped my chance to hit on like my spells has gone down like 3 points.
I too will do.
And
I'm probably gonna get
down like 3 each for me.
Yeah, level 10 is ability score, isn't it, as well? And I guess that might be class dependent, but it is for me.
That's class dependent.
Right, I'm definitely gonna get to level 10 then.
Yeah, that is class dependent. Yeah, I mean, before the end of the campaign, your primary class will be level 10.
Cool.
As far as planning goes, so make sure that you do that.
Alrighty. Yeah, so monk, move around the wisdom. That's all good, and subclass doesn't matter till level 3. So
that is correct.
But I will be going shadow.
Sounds good. Your HP. Let me double check. 9 times 8 plus 72 plus 8, 80. So your HP is now 110. Congrats.
Epic. Thanks, bro.
Hey, you're welcome. And then Pikel, let me set you up your AC at, HP Pikel 102. Excellent. God, 151 for Jesse. A barbarian does not fuck around.
Yeah. Is that max rolls, though?
That's max rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a D12. Well, also, Jesse has an amazing constitution score. So that also helps out tremendously when it comes to everything that's being done there. All right. I think everything is set. Also, keep in mind that your main objective before you arrived here in the altered city of Atlas, you were going to meet with the Archmagister in the hopes to get magical arms and armaments. So, as a way of rewarding from that end. Okie dokie. Yes, absolutely.
How does Witch Bolt work? It's like I hit it with the spell, and then it just auto hits after that.
So you have to use a. Let me check what action you have to use. You're supposed to spend another action to like let it hit again, essentially. But let me reread that for you. Make sure I got you right there. Because I'm pretty sure it's a standard action to use again. A beam of crackling energy, blue energy, lances towards the creature with range, forming a sustained arc. On hit, the target deals 1d12 lightning damage. On each of your turn for the duration, you can use your action to do another 1d12. So yeah, that's what Witch Bolt does. So you can spend your action and be like,
Auto
dude.
hits after that.
Yeah, it'll just auto 1d12 after that,
That's
and it
pretty neat.
doesn't take up
It's
a spell
great
slot.
stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take that one. That's a little RNG crazy. Big fan. Might do 2 damage. Might do 12.
It's very good, very good. I believe as a sorcerer, you can learn. I'm pretty sure it's a level 1 invocation. Yeah, as a sorcerer, you can learn Witch Bolt.
Oh.
And then you can use the higher spell slots to have it do more damage instead of just the 1d12. I think.
When I was down to 3 other ones. One is Hex.
Oh, the
the
initial damage, not the continuous damage. So, never mind. Okay.
Actually, if I do Hex on something and then I hit it with that, it would take like an additional 1d6, right?
If you do a hex.
Yeah.
I believe so. Which hex do you get that from? From your
It just says Hex.
Is that a spell?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see what you're saying. If the target yep. As a bonus action, you can cast a hex. You place a curse on a creature that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit with an attack. That is correct. The only problem though is that the hex and the Witch Bolt are both concentration durations, and you can only concentrate on one spell. So you cannot hex and then Witch Bolt. But you can hex and then throw a magic stone or catapult a rock, and then it'll do 1d6 extra damage.
But
Gotta think about it.
It's probably gonna take either Dissonant Whispers or Arms of Hadar.
Arms of Hadar.
I think Arms of Hadar is AoE, and then the Whisper one's like single target, but it does more.
Arms of Hadar. It's instantaneous strength save. Tendrils 10 feet. On a failed save, a target takes 2d6 necrotic damage and can't take reactions. That's actually really good. It's self 10 feet, so it would literally be if you're surrounded by people. So it's a self AoE.
Yeah.
Keep shit around.
There's the Whisper one.
Dissonant
target,
Whispers. Right? Yeah. Single target. This is something that Joe's used a lot. Failed save, 3d6 psychic damage, which is really good. And it must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as it can up to you. So this shuts down a creature's reaction and makes them move the fuck away. And that is a single target, and that's a significant amount of damage.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take that one. Then you make them run. That's pretty fun.
That is true. That is true.
All right. Neat.
Okay. How's everyone feeling with all their class stuff equipped on?
Epic.
Doing good.
Epic, dude.
Pretty
All right.
epic, Brett.
I'm glad.
All right.
I'm glad. What's wrong, Jesse?
Nothing. I just wanted to be contrarian.
Pats on back. Hey, I'm here for you, man.
Okay, thanks, pal.
I'm giving you extra attention now because of your contrarian nature.
It's all right. Thanks, man. I'm very excited to be here.
I fucking hate this. Okay, so sorry. Oh no. So a couple of I feel bashful to announce this, but I still want to announce it. It's a good thing. It's options for you guys. So the Altered City of Atlas has now also has a bounty board of creatures that have been spotted, deadly creatures that have been spotted around
You
the,
fool.
the
You
planet
fool.
of Io.
We're not going to do anything else. You know this, right?
I want you guys to do whatever the fuck you all want to do. It doesn't matter if you could look at that and go, nah, I want to make sure you guys have a lot of fun options for this. So there is now a bounty board in the Altered City of Atlas, which includes large-sized encounters. If it's something that you guys are interested in, these encounters are deadly enough that they will provide you level ups for your secondary class, right? Along with magical items that are specifically linked with the creature that you face. So, for example, a more powerful Earth Hydra may appear somewhere in Io, and any portals that have been created to those areas, you're free to transport from the city of Atlas to that location. You have to dedicate a session towards it. It could be a main Goblins of Io session. It could be if you guys are like, hey, can we all meet on Saturday at this time to do this fight that's there? I'm more than willing to acclimate to that. It's whatever you guys want to do. No pressure at that point. I'm here for you to just create a world that you guys can play in whenever you want. But yes, so these essentially optional boss encounters can provide you levels for your secondary classes, along with magical items that you may find completely useful. So currently, there is a bounty for a large, what is described as a large fungus monster. That seems to be infesting a cavern within the continent of Brisbane, so specifically the continent that you are at right there. If you guys do decide to take it, keep in mind you are the first ones that are going to be offered this. After the creature is defeated, the creature cannot be fought again by any parties, including yourselves, for at least 1 month in real lifetime. So this is a great way to, like I said, challenge yourselves, but consider it completely optional. But if you ever do decide like, hey gang, let's go ahead, get some items, let's go ahead and empower ourselves before we continue on with what we're doing, that is a great option to do that. So bounty board right now has the fungus creature. If you guys are interested, let me know and we can make that happen for you guys. But for now, gang, you all have received your memory class and powers and are now able to, whenever you'd like to, leave the area. You could also return to Manda for her to create any +1 weapon or piece of armor that you'd like to do now that you've gotten a brand new class. Feel free to let me know.
Yeah, I gotta go pick up my armor still.
Hell yeah.
How much time has passed?
So the Altered City of Atlas has a different time flow than everything else. You can go ahead and do actually, no, wait, hold on. Sorry, I was thinking the Astral Realm. My apologies. DM's trying to keep everything there. How much time has passed? For your memory, attunement, everything, I'd say 2 hours.
Okay.
It has been 2 hours, I would say. So you guys want to go out and get all the stuff that Manda was working with. Fortunately, when it comes to basic arms and armaments, like the stuff that you were trying to create, Manda is actually able to finish it in an extremely timely manner because of her many lifetimes as a blacksmith. So, as you leave and return back.
Oh wait, we just kind of drop So are we conscious during this thing, or are we interacting with each other, or are we like mentally zapped into the memories?
The memories themselves attune to you guys, and within a blink, and I would say a couple hours time, you just immediately had this memory of these previous lives unlocked. If you guys, I don't mean to jump ahead, if you guys wanted to talk about it in the chamber, you're more than welcome to do so.
I mean, would probably walk out scratching my fucking head and thinking, oh, that was weird.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
as you see, as you at that point see Clarence walking out, model the memory of Doki, the individual that you fought, seems to be well placed and imprinted within your mind before it fades back into your subconscious.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I would have recognized him.
Yes, you would have, because you recently saw him / fought with
Very
him.
intimate, yeah. He's now in my memories too. Can't really escape the guy. I played him 3 years ago, Brett. Okay.
Caught in the undertow.
Does anyone else feel like different?
No.
Not really. I mean, what, Clerk and Fiesel only saw like fucking random, non-decipherable beings.
Yep.
No, okay, I feel okay.
You all right? Yeah.
Would I feel
Yeah, it's
different?
okay.
I mean, you saw the visions of a student
right.
who essentially was learning the Mordo handshake.
Right.
This powerful electric spell that you suddenly gained knowledge of after you awakened, as well as a warrior princess that roamed the lands with specifically Doki, the individual that you fought recently.
Okay. Pikel would look at Model wide-eyed.
You feel very strange.
Yeah, I feel weaker, actually. I feel like I've lost a part of myself.
It's okay. It's very whole in front of me. You all here?
Looks down at self. Am I whole, Brett?
You're whole.
Yeah, I guess I'm all here.
Despite everything that happens, you're still here.
I'm gonna go pick up my stuff. It's gonna stumble away.
Mm-hmm. Clarence, in a daze, stumbles away over to Manda, who looks over to you and snarls. Your bodysuit is done. She'll pound it over on the table.
Great. This is really nice work here. Really nice work.
You see the scales have been stitched within the suit itself, providing you sort of like a imagine, if you will, shoulder pads made as if it was of scaled mail, along with various parts of like your elbows and your wrists has been sort of stitched there as the suit is handed back to you.
All right. That's a 18 AC now.
Mm-hmm. As the suit,
Pretty good.
As the
What's
suit,
AC, Clint?
I was saying that as me, Benji.
as you put the bodysuit back on, it feels a little oversized before it sizes back around your body.
We're never gonna get used to that.
That's so creepy when it does that.
So I was naked this whole time.
Were you?
Go ahead and, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I mean, Clint doesn't have any other clothes other than the battle suit. That's
Fair
God,
enough.
are we just all naked? What's
I mean, most of us are
of the
naked all the
time.
time.
I mean, you guys
been naked all the time. Cheezel barely ever wears anything.
As goblins,
Claws.
as goblins, I don't think you guys really care too much about the modesty of clothing unless you decide to. But I would say in goblin culture, no one gives a fuck. There's so many naked goblins out there. It's insane. As the suit forms back onto your body, I'll do it again as it just sucks back onto you.
Stop that! Clint's gonna slap the suit.
You feel the scales kind of hum with a vibrant power as this sort of energy of force surrounds your form.
You do something weird to this, or is this supposed to be happening? Is it like a visible thing that's like going around me right now?
It looks visible for a moment, and then it just fades invisible.
Whoa.
She looks over at you. The scales themselves seem to have been imbued with magical powers. I stitched it within the suit to provide itself a very hearty defense, almost as if you're wearing a full plate of armor, and yet have the freedom to move around as if you were wearing nothing at all.
Nothing at
Nothing
all.
at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Proud of you guys. Proud of you guys. Proud of you guys. Proud of you guys. Good
No
job.
problem. You got it, gang.
Yeah,
Good
that's a
job.
wrap.
Got it.
Wow. Cool armor, Clint.
Nothing at all.
Thanks, model. Thanks.
I'm gonna say while taking my breastplate off.
Oh?
Yeah, for some reason, this feels so clunky like these days.
I'm gonna take my breastplate off. Do
Are
I
you talking
feel
about
different, Brett?
Are you talking about the Auroran battle suit that you were also wearing?
That's the one.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Auroran battle suit.
Yeah. So it wasn't
Sorry,
a
my brain's
breastplate.
thinking medieval. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, it was this body suit that was there. So you just kind of start.
Oh my god, you were
peeling-
wearing latex!
Oh yeah, I
I've been
forgot
wearing,
about the
we've been
cap.
wearing like
Nothing
Star
at all.
Trek suits this whole time.
Yeah.
I'm literally wearing nothing at all.
Nothing at all. So as you peel the bodysuit off of you, it kind of makes a sound as it just deflates. No longer suited to your body. You pull it off, and there it is, model. Whatever model was wearing underneath. You hold the suit. What do you do, model?
Does anyone want this?
Does smell bad?
She's looking at it.
I was
scrutinizing
wearing it.
Model, you got like a
What's it
skin
do?
condition, don't you?
No, no.
I mean,
You
need
can't
to
see
wash
that, can you?
He's itching his head.
As he as model itches his head, flakes of his skin just fall down to the ground. You look over to the suit, black in latex, speckles of skin just completely all
Maybe
over
we
it.
A little bit dry here.
maybe just sell it to someone else, all right, or something.
Sure,
Hold
it's
on,
pretty
what's
good.
the suit do?
Looks to the raccoon next to this tree.
What does the suit do, Brett?
Did you just call her a raccoon? Oh wait. You were talking about Amanda?
Wait, you can see him too?
You look over to the trunk of the tree. Amanda, once again, staring at nothing. Your goblin insanity peeking at the top of your mind again, believing an individual you see as Brett in the corner. Your eternal guide to this mad world. The suit is the Auroran battle suit that effectively is a +2, I believe it was leather armor? Question?
Yeah, I can't see anymore.
Aurora Borealis.
It's the Aurora Boreal.
Aurora Borealis.
Yeah, on that.
Oh, Auroran battle suit +2. It's +2 bonus to AC while wearing this armor, and
Yep.
it's got 14 base.
Yeah, it's like a
Very rare
leather or
studded
studded leather. While equipped, gives you a 14 AC base that you can go ahead and equip with that. As a warlock, my friend, I will let you know what armor that you are able to wear. Skagzag.
Yeah.
You can wear light armor, which means you can wear the suit if you so desire. Your
I do
AC.
think wearing a body suit would be pretty funny.
It'd be like a leotard. You're a
Yeah.
gymnastics
Oh
performer.
my god, yes.
I feel like it'd be perfect.
Yeah, I'll put
Yeah.
it on. I'll put it on.
Okay.
All right, can somebody lift up Skagzag?
Does Skagzag look sweaty today? I don't know. I don't really want to touch him.
Hold
That's
on.
only gonna help him slide into the
Hold
suit.
on, rolling for sweat. No, standard humid Skagzag, normal body temperature.
Right, Clint's gonna pick him up by his ears. He doesn't want to touch his pits.
Okay, fair enough.
He's gonna-
Little strains of hair poke out of his pits.
It's like a onesie, right, Brett?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm just gonna peel it open and just like slide it over his legs, up
Okay.
his body.
Arms up,
my
Skag.
All right,
Oh, I
Skagzag.
breathed in my face.
Skagzag, you're putting on the armor. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. One moment, please. Load more. There it is. That's the one. All right. You go ahead and place on the Auroran bodysuit +2 as
What
you.
color is it?
1 second. I believe we said so. The fan art depicted it as sort of like almost like a star, like almost like a Starfleet uniform from Star Trek, which is kind of what it is. It's a black bodysuit with colors on the shoulder pads of a different fabric to show rank. This one, I believe, was of a lieutenant. So it would have these yellow shoulders on this black bodysuit.
Is it like Space Boyfriend from a Maury Brat?
Right.
Such a niche reference.
Space boyfriend from Amori.
There you go.
One moment. Actually, you know what? I think I know what the fuck you're talking about.
you go.
Yeah, I fought this boss. Kind of, except it's all black, and they're not actual shoulder pads. The shoulders are stitched with a sort of like thicker yellow fabric.
I see. Right, like a navy kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I will now be removing the Aurora Battlesuit +2 from model, and Skagzag now has an Auroran Battlesuit +2. I've equipped it onto Skagzag once again as he slips into the suit. The bodysuit just right around his form.
Oh god, the air that escapes as it vacuums to his body is repugnant.
Oh god.
The bodysuit has given Skagzag a 16 armor class when I believe his AC was originally a 12.
Oh,
That's a big upgrade for you,
Hell
man.
yeah.
that is pretty big.
I keep forgetting Skagzag's charisma is 21 because of the implant you've placed in his brain. Holy shit. All right. So at that point, you see the veins just kind of become more visible in Skagzag's face. You're uncertain if this was always how Skagzag's veins were, or if the bodysuit is cutting circulation from his head from the rest of his body. But there he is, glistening, that baby boy Skagzag, ready to go.
It hugs. He really does.
Mm-hmm.
Really does.
I set him down with Clarence to the ground.
Manda snarls, looking over at Clarence.
Hey.
Something tells me you'll be needing this. She reaches down from underneath the table and pulls out a dusty old tome, slamming it onto the table.
Oh. What's this here?
You reek of arcane energy, specifically in the brain region.
My brain region.
Mm-hmm. She pushes the
Alright.
tome over to you.
Clarence will pick it up and give it a little like quick flip through here.
As you flip through it, the tome itself has all the first level and second level spells that a wizard can learn.
Ooh, that's extra convenient, and I appreciate very much.
She
The game design here is amazing.
she once again snarls over to you. I have plenty of oddities that has been left here for countless centuries. This one was from a wizard long since deceased. Perhaps you can find some use for it.
All right, I appreciate this. I appreciate this a lot. I owe you one.
She shakes her head. It was just a treat working on your battle suit. You owe me nothing. However, if you wish to ever expand on the knowledge of a wizard, you'll probably have to go to the library. And that will present dangers of its very own.
The
Be
library?
careful.
Library?
She will point off into the distance. If you were to gaze over there, a floating island with a ruined building lands over there. The Atlas Library is filled with magnificent knowledge of wizards of the past that may include powerful spells that your standard wizard will research. A great location if you wish to expand your knowledge, but be wary. Ancient dangers from lifetimes long past still exist within the sealed grounds.
All right. I mean, we handle ancient dangers all the time. You like jump to it, or is there like a bridge?
If you're interested, I'm sure I can build a way for you to get into that library. Probably nothing you have to worry about now. Your mind fresh with arcane energies, it's still that of a almost as if an infant, a beginner. But as you continue to expand your wizardly knowledge, come back to me. I am happy to assist you.
You're a baby.
Shut up, model.
Do you have any shuriken?
Whoa, where'd that come from, man? What do you need one of those for?
She goes underneath the table and pulls out 10 shurikens, slamming them onto the table.
Who is this man?
Model, where's this? Model, I thought you used a bow.
She pushes the shuriken towards you.
It's feel handsy.
I mean, do you even know how to throw one of those?
I
Oh
threw
my
a shuriken
God.
at the tree.
You killed a raccoon in the tree.
I mimicked
What are
the
you
raccoon.
doing? Ah! Brett's dead. You killed Brett.
Fuck.
No, I threw a shuriken at the tree.
Okay, you throw a shuriken at the tree. Uno momento, please.
You better be
Good job.
rolling.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
He doesn't get this for free.
I'm not giving. No,
Oh
no.
yeah, like your book, motherfucker.
Add custom. Wait, where the hell's the? Hello?
I can just look at the roll if you want.
No. I'm looking
Okay.
specifically for the shurikens. Wait, what?
Where
okay.
did I leave my shurikens, huh?
Where did I leave my shurikens? Manage items. Add items. Sure. Wait, is there no shurikens? There's got to be shurikens. D&D 5e.
Yeah, there's 5e shurikens.
Yeah, there is. I
Oh,
don't know
this is the homebrew page.
Oh yeah, I also just noticed that.
You could just give them like, I think kunai exist.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably, if it's kunai, then I'll just go ahead and add those and then label them.
Yeah, we'll just call them shurikens because it's cooler to throw stars.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, okay, thanks, chat. I appreciate that. Boom.
Or darts, yeah, darts. Is the
Yeah,
other one.
I'm a do dart. I'm a customize to shuriken and then say 10 because you have 10 of them. Okay, display as attack, perfect. You go ahead, slap on that shuriken, you throw it over there. Roll to everyone. Go ahead and roll it from your character sheet model.
From my character sheet?
Yeah.
Inventory or actions?
Actions. You should have. It says dart, but it should be saying. Hold on.
Okay, should I refresh?
Let me refresh.
There you go, shurikens. Nice.
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead and use them. You throw one of your 10 shurikens over to the tree. It makes impact, sticks out of the tree as fragments of wood just kind of just flick off over to the ground.
Oh my god.
I run towards it. I start to run, but like I push my head forward a little bit, and my
No.
arms start to
I knew it.
run.
I fucking knew he was gonna say it. I knew he was gonna say it. Oh
And then
no!
I start running, and I go faster than a regular run like this. I don't know what it is. Yeah,
I'm
and it
gonna
saves on the
cry.
animation budget too. But then I grab my shuriken from the tree.
Amanda snarls, nerd. As you go ahead and pull the shuriken loose from the tree. As you're able to, one of the benefits of one of the benefits of the steel-tipped shuriken is if you were able to claim back in battle, you never have to worry about it breaking or snapping. You can always reclaim the shurikens back, but you have to reclaim them back. That's the key thing.
Wow, these are really good, Manda. Believe it.
No, you gotta
Model,
stop.
what is going on with you?
I'm so
I feel
angry.
a little bit different after that experience.
Out of character, I'm pissed off at you.
You see a minor twinge form over on Amanda's face. Happy
I
to
will bear
help.
this cross.
Holy fuck.
Happy to help.
Jesus.
All right, so I reclaimed it. Nice.
Clark consciously steps away from Model and will continue to stay away from him forevermore.
Fair.
Somewhat of a Bleach fan, maybe One Piece.
Oh my god! Rub's head. At that point, Banda will get a small snarl and just mention, "If there's anything else you need, or if you find any sort of rare materials, you let me know. I would be more than happy to craft armaments for you. You seem perfectly capable to get yourself in danger."
Should I have a sword, like, as a paladin?
If you'd like.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Amanda, as mentioned, is able to give you any sort of mundane weapon or armor and further improve it by +1 quality if you so decide.
Doesn't Cheezel have his spare paladin sword that he's probably not using anymore because
Oh,
he's
the,
incredibly powerful great
I
axe?
actually left that in the body of the
Are
dead.
you
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You left the sword behind? That's amazing.
Yeah. I left the sword and the paladin side of him behind that day.
Oh, I see. Sword of Envy gone. That was a good fucking
he's
sword.
Wait, is
Too
Cheezelle
bad
dead?
that was a really good
Yeah,
sword.
Cheezelle's gone.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We should mourn. Like, that's a dead person.
Nah, F
He
that
was
guy.
a sort,
He
he was
was a
sort of
dick.
a fucking
He had a
ass.
personality.
Cheezel.
Nah, that guy was an asshole.
Cheezel was sort of a fucking lot of work to deal with.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he made fun of Pikel constant. What a dick. He's gone.
He didn't know
He's
any
dead.
of our names.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
my-
he's dead. I guess so. Yeah, fuck.
he's dead, and his
say a
weapon
few
was
words.
left in the corpse of an idiot.
oh my god.
Wait, didn't the baby like explode though?
Yeah, so it might be floating in the ether somewhere. You can
somewhere,
find it
yeah.
again.
the,
Retrieve
sword,
that blade.
the Sword of Envy's out there. Yeah, someone else will find it. Like the granny drive.
Ooh, yikes. Ooh.
Don't throw that in our face, Brett.
Well, I'm just saying, Phase 3's happening, and granny drives are out there. It's just all. That's all I'm saying.
You're just
That's all-
saying we're bad people. I got you.
It's not weird, okay? Only one person lost that drive.
Also, at the same time, I'm not saying anything, so you got nothing to worry about. But yeah, Amanda will snarl. Is there anything else that you require?
I think I mean I'm all set. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah, I'm good.
I good.
She looks over at Pikel.
I'm just trying to think of like kitchen themed objects I could turn into a sword. Sorry, I'm brainstorming over. I know I was thinking knife, but that's so basic.
So basic, derivative.
yeah. I'll think on it more. I'll think on it more.
How about a skewer?
Oh,
Shit.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Okay.
a rapier.
Yeah. That might
She,
be good.
Amanda looks over to Pikel, anxiety spiraling on the top of the ward.
She's gonna hold out her ladle.
Is want something themed like this? Is very important. Pickles I love. Is love food as well. Is want the weapon that presents this.
You're just saying a bunch of words, girl.
Yeah,
Spit it
no,
out.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I just rolled my paddle.
My battle
Wait,
suit.
what about a really large rolling pin that I just beat people over the head with?
Yeah, like a blunt weapon.
Yeah, you can do that. Like a. Oh my god.
What?
Do you want like an oversized rolling pin, like a maul?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Alright.
I think so.
Okay, yeah, I figured you'd think that. Okay, so she looks over at you once again. Spit it out, girl. What do you want?
Is want the rolling pin.
I don't know how she knows this word.
Well, I'm pretty sure that she's familiar with culinary ways. When
yeah,
you
yeah,
order the pickle.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so she looks over at
want
you.
pin that rolls.
A rolling pin?
She's nodding profusely.
She raises an eyebrow, once again going underneath the table. It is at this point, since you are at the side of the table, Pikel, every time she goes underneath the table, she seems to be opening up a what I can only describe as a black hole of infinite nothingness. She reaches her hand within it, and she pulls out what appears to be a simple, mundane rolling pin, one that you would easily roll dough with, as she slams it down to the ground and looks over at you.
She nods, watching.
She hands you the pin.
She takes it.
As you take the rolling pin, it is literally a mundane rolling pin that you use to roll bread. There is no weapon trait of this at all.
She's satisfied and hugs it to her chest and walks off.
Well, all right then. That's as far as that interaction goes, I guess.
She'll realize it later, don't worry.
Jesus Christ.
Gives her more time to think on it too. It's fine.
She shrugs a little bit, looking back over to the group of goblins. It's at this point she will mention that if you are looking for materials, she will once again bring up the fungus creature that seems to originate over from your reality, mentioning. God, hold on. Sorry, my brain just froze for a second. I've been doing research upon your reality, your Io, your planet. It seems that your denizens themselves are extremely dangerous.
If you are able to go over there and hunt for these creatures that I've identified, you may be able to bring back materials that will allow me to make your weapons and armor even more powerful.
All right. And what's this thing that's on the board to hunt right now? A big mushroom?
She points at what literally is a poorly scribbled mushroom, and it has angry eyes scribbled onto it.
I imagine it's like the Dark Souls mushroom guy.
Yeah.
They'll get punched.
Yeah, that's what it is. It looks like it has fat arms, little stubby feet, and it has these like eyes that are absolutely just like drawn with angry eyebrows upon it. And she points over to it. No, it's really poorly drawn. Amanda's lifetime of experience comes from blacksmithing, not artistry.
So, angry mushroom, huh?
Dangerous, very, but something that you or any of the other adventurers that come through here can handle.
All right. How do we, say we wanted to go fight this thing, how do we get there? What's the directions?
She points over the table.
Got a map?
Actually, I don't know if we have a map. I don't think we do.
I slapped down a piece of paper with what I've scribbled from the general vicinity around where we came from. But I don't think Mottle actually recorded anything past the Goblin Village.
Yeah, so she looks at this poorly drawn map. You would say Mottle really how detailed would you say this map is?
He tried his best, but it's not good. It's like chicken scratch with it's awful, Brett. It's not good.
He also doesn't know how to write, right?
Yeah, so
the labeling is more symbolic.
Of course. As Amanda looks at the scribblings of Mottle, she frowns a little bit, not at the map itself, but this sort of like what's the word?
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie she has with someone else with poor artistic skills. As she looks at you with a knowing nod, sorrowful but understanding. She says, "I'm sorry, my friend. This simply won't do." Before she hands it back to you.
Go ahead and if you can find or gather some sort of map. Are you familiar with the region of Brisbane?
Well, we've been sort of hanging around in the region of Brisbane, but we don't have a map to it.
Any village with a cartographer could probably get you a map. If you're able to grab one, bring it over to me. I can create a map of areas that I've identified from people who have adventured around your planet of Io.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
She'll give you a nod at that point in time.
Thank you for your service.
And I bow.
Thank you, Amanda.
So, here is a question that I would have for you as far as your eagerness goes, since it'll still be evening by the time you arrive back. Would you grab a map and return back to Banda?
Oh,
I don't see
how
why
much
not.
time? Yeah,
if it's only been like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, how much is the time? Is it 1 for 1 between these spaces? So 2 hours here is still 2 hours out there. Okay.
That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah, then I'd say we definitely would.
Okay.
Yeah, go do a little bit of shopping in town. Grab a map.
Okay. Is that something that you would like to role play through or fast forward to?
I don't mind.
I don't mind with either.
Up to you guys.
I don't mind with either.
All right. If you don't mind from either, we could definitely role play it out. So at that point, she gives you a knowing nod, a slight snarl, and yeah, at that point, you are able to leave Atlas at any time. As a friendly reminder to all of you from last week that I mentioned, as you could tell from the broken-in door from Skagzag and the destroyed fungus and plants, you can claim any of these houses as your goblin base. I will happily build a map with you, as well as you can request things like tables, chairs, couches, sofas, beds, anything to make your own. In any of these houses. If you ever do, yeah, if you ever decide to or want to go into a slight like decorating session, I would say, please let me know, and we can do that for you one
Is
time
there like a
during a copy
nice
session.
park around here?
As far as that, I mean, this entire, as far as like parks go, if you look over to like the left and right, they kind of have these trees that kind of hang over here. This area over here is kind of like considered like a small park at the edge of the city. 2 parks are over.
Well, wherever our house is,
little gardens.
I want. Cheezel will just sleep out in the garden.
Yeah,
that's more comfortable.
So,
come sleep up here, man. This will be our house. You could sleep in the garden. We could just take this whole area.
Yeah,
we are. Sorry.
Go on. No, please go on.
I was too scrolled in to see where you clicking, Benji?
Yeah,
this house and like just this park area around it, like this.
Nice. Yeah, I will gladly. Yeah, Cheezel will sleep here and pee here, and I'll be fine.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Does the water cycle, Brett? Please tell me the water. Like,
I mean, the fountain itself continues to move around over there, and you are a floating city. So if
you know what, you're right. I'll pee off the edge.
There it is.
Poop in the fountain.
Whew,
there it is.
Much better.
All right, so let me go ahead and just mark this real quick. That you would like this area to be
just
your...
to the other groups. Make sure they know that that's ours. Okay.
You gotta pee on everything, though. He's right.
We won't know if we don't pee on it.
Yeah, you gotta mark the territory.
You're right. You're right.
I mean,
when you're right, you're
what
right.
if other groups came here and there's just like little makeshift like spikes, wooden spikes, like cordoning off an area, and it's our area. I want to do that.
I mean, you do have to keep in mind that Skagzag literally broke into another adventurer's
It's sort of
house.
a war zone now. I'm thinking we might put padlocks on all the doors and actually try to sell all this property instead. I mean, there's nothing stopping us from doing it, right?
Teleport
That is correct.
willing people over here and be real estate agents and
Oh,
make
yeah.
them buy property in Atlas that we don't own and we aren't allowed to sell.
I mean, look, like I think I said last time, we can easily use this place as an excellent opportunity to dump people that we don't want in IO anymore just by tricking them into the ritual with us and then leaving them here forever. It's easy.
That is true. That is
Could have done that
absolutely
with
true.
that one guy from the Bard College.
Yeah, we could still do it with anyone we see. Now it's actually really cursed in this place.
I'm pretty sure they are literally that dude. I thought that dude was dead. I thought you guys.
I think he is. I'm just saying we could have.
Yeah.
So long ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
So many people died. I don't even actually know who we're talking about anymore half the time.
Oh
The
my
dude,
Your
like, in
nemesis
front of
at
the
Bard
hallway.
College.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
he got killed like 4 times and then turned into a zombie like 5 times, and then I think he like flew off of something and like disappeared
You
forever. And we never
literally
saw him.
pushed him out into space, Tomato.
Yeah, I think we hawked him into space, and we still never got paid for it.
His body.
Wait, wasn't his
we
name
don't have any
Handsome or
trophies.
something?
His name was Handsome. Yeah.
Handsome.
But
There
then
we
he
go.
wasn't handsome once
Nah.
his face was all gnarled
Yeah,
up.
and then Clert literally shoved his body.
Well, he
now
fucked with
orbiting
me.
around the space. Yeah, no, I remember.
He fucked with me and he tried to cast sleep on me.
Yeah, he did.
Like
Didn't we try to
fucked with
cast
me.
sleep on him?
Yeah, we had a sleep off and he won. It pissed me off.
Yeah,
So I
that's
killed
not
him.
okay.
First, I'm pretty sure you slept first.
Yeah, he knocked me out. He won.
the unfortunate thing for Tremor, Io rest his soul, is that he did spend a lot of diamond dust just reviving that goblin, and then you just shoved this diamond covered body out into space.
Well, I mean,
Now
he
he's a
should have
relic.
seen it coming. Yeah,
that's
that'll
true.
be a fun discovery for another campaign. That
Oh, yeah.
very expensive corpse.
This diamond covered corpse. Jesus Christ. All right. So now that you have finished over here, you are teleporting back.
Yeah, we head back and look for a map.
All right. So I shall return you back into the village. Returning back from the spot that you guys had teleported to with the ritual concluded. It is still evening within the Cuban village. You guys, as you pop back, the bed itself just as 5 goblin bodies and 1 warg push the bed aside from your teleportation. It is still late. It is still late within the evening.
So yeah, not a dream. Clark?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got me on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. Anyway, we need to find a cartographer, and when is the
I'm underneath.
Archmage? Oh my god,
I don't know. I think
that was in my bloody ears, Scout.
I think the Archmage is coming in tomorrow.
That is
so we have
correct.
the evening.
Right. Okay.
I might go take a look around, look for a cartographer then.
Is it middle of the night? What time is it?
Oh yeah, it's like middle of the evening. We're talking like midnight, 1 in the morning.
Yeah, I'll go look around and see if they have a general store.
Yeah, I'll ask the innkeeper. I paid him enough money that he has to like me. And Clint will start to open the door to go outside.
That is sad.
I bought a friend today.
Okay, no.
Clint will walk up to the innkeeper.
Hey, excuse me.
He seems to be cleaning out the bar as he turns over to you. He jumps a little bit, still not familiar with goblin patrons, and then sighs, looking over. I apologize. Sorry, I'm not used to and he motions over to you. How can I help
No problem. No problem. Hey, you got a person around here who makes maps or sells maps, or you have a map on you? We need a map.
you? Yeah, that would actually be Philippa.
Philippa?
Mm-hmm. And he will inform you of the building of where Philippa resides. I mean, I don't think she'll be up right now, but if you want to go ahead and maybe visit her, you got gold?
Oh, I have gold. I assure you of that. I have a lot of gold.
He
We
chuckles.
actually do. We are incredibly rich.
Yeah, he chuckles.
yeah.
He chuckles at you and says, "Well, then you'll get a map. She's actually a high ranking member of the Cartographers Guild."
All right. Well, I guess I'll make my way over there then. I appreciate the help.
Mm-hmm.
Brett, what was the final amount that the senator gave us as like an upfront payment for our stuff that we did?
Oh Lord, did we agree on a?
I think we agreed on an upfront thing that he was supposed to pay us before we went on this trip.
Yeah, I think it was like a.
And I want to make sure I have like that added.
Of
from
course.
him.
Let me go and check the notes. And chat will probably tell me because they're better at note keeping than I am. It is not 3 million gold, chat. You need to stop. Okay. Oh yeah, it was a half and half. Senator would have rewarded you. I like that. 3,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
And then
We'll take it down.
yeah, 3,000 gold pieces, and I would say the Archmagister would be arriving with the other half.
Okay, so everyone just add 600 gold now. We'll just split it 5 ways for it if you haven't added it yet. Just so
Yep.
we're not all confused later.
That's pretty good.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll go. Model, they got a cartographer person in town.
Wow,
Named
really
Philip
cool.
or something.
Philippa, yeah. Do you have a general store too?
He scratches the side of his hair. Mark, the shopkeep. I don't think he's open. It's pretty late in the evening.
Just for tomorrow. Where would I find it? Mark's store.
He will inform you of where Mark's general store is.
Thanks, guy.
Waddles off the door.
Go with model.
You three ain't coming with us. You better behave. I swear to God.
I'm gonna talk to him.
Okay. As you leave the house, you see Skagzag, eye twitching as always. Will then pass by over Model and Clert as they walk out. Skagzag, what do you do?
I'm gonna be like, hey, any good entertainment?
He looks around at the closed up bar, chairs now resting upon the table, and he says, no, I'm afraid not. Maybe tomorrow evening. What are you looking for exactly?
Well, we like to entertain, is what I'm saying. So, I mean, it would be nice to see what the entertainers around here do, or you could hire us if you're, looking for something.
He'll scratch at his chin a little bit, His face has the appearance as if that's something preposterous, but then he takes a moment and says, I mean, honestly, I haven't really thought much about entertainment. We have we have some traveling bards that pass through town every once in a while, but, maybe a show hosted by goblins, that could be pretty good.
Yeah, I bet those bards haven't even gone to Bard College.
He blinks at that statement. I didn't realize there was a Bard College.
Most people don't. We didn't either.
He nods, trying to pretend he knows what you're talking about, but obviously doesn't. Well, I mean, if you're staying around town and you said you want to entertain, I mean, yeah, we could go ahead and do something. You said you were looking for some kind of payment?
Yeah, I mean, what do you got?
Well, I can give you, if you're good enough, as you say, I can give you free room and board. I'm pretty sure you'll get a lot of tips from the patrons if you're as good as you say.
Yeah, sure, sounds good.
You got yourself a deal. He offers his human-like hand, sweaty.
I say, deal, then I turn around.
All right, then.
He's got social anxiety. Don't pressure him too much.
He holds his hands out and apologizes profusely. Pikel, what are you doing?
She's cradling the rolling pin in her arms and looking at it and kind of just following everyone.
Oh, the barkeep just watches you as you're like hugging this rolling pin. He looks back to a wall where 3 of those identical rolling pins hang on this wall, making sure that you didn't take one of them. And shrugs a little bit and lets you guys go. Where are you all heading off to?
Clarent be going to wherever the guy said the house was of the map person.
All right. Who's going with Clarent?
I was just going outside for fresh air.
You see Skagzag walk out, taking a nice deep breath of that night air. Who else is going with Clarent?
Malta would probably yell up the stairs.
I'm going on a shopping trip if anyone wants to come.
Pikel's right behind you. She's
Oh,
following
Jesus
you.
Christ.
It's like that part in the office where Angela is right behind.
Next to Dwight, yeah.
Yeah.
You hear the groans of the guards of the senator awakened by your shout. Someone in 1 a.m. screaming, "I'm going on a shopping trip." They fall back asleep.
That was mainly to Cheezel, but the senator's welcome if he wants to come.
I mean, you yelled at the entire tavern, so everyone fucking heard you.
Oh, he knows.
Yeah, Cheezel's like down on all fours looking at the warg, just like feeling it all of a sudden. I don't know what it is, but like something about this animal, I'm starting to get him. And I'm like looking in his eyes and making like the lamest growl, like, like trying to figure out how to growl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheezel's clearly asleep. All right, Pickle, you want to come shopping with me?
She's gonna nod and look down at her rolling pin still.
It's a very cool rolling pin.
Ridiculous, very cool.
She's like about to cry.
Cheezel, a voice echoes in your mind.
Oh?
You are ready, my child.
You believe the warg is talking to you.
Is that you, Gob?
The voice halts. You believe it is the spirit of the warg.
You talking now, doggy?
He wags his tail. His tail just pounding on like the wooden floor, just kind of.
Cheezel wags his butt. He shakes his butt. He twerks.
Oh no.
The warg rolls over to his side and closes his eyes.
Cheezel does the exact same.
All right. Just a little motto, just a little Cheezel insanity. That's okay. So you all are heading over, except Skagzag, correct? Over to the cartographer.
Marks and Clint is going to the cartographer.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so all right. Let me go ahead and roll to see who does what first.
I don't mind waiting.
Yeah. I know my way.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move everyone where they need to go then to what the barkeep has described to everyone. Whoopam. Okay, so this will be where Pikel and Model are. This house over here is the general store. And for Clernt, I'm going to put you over to the south of town. This is where the cartographer is located. Clernt, you arrive over at the door, the windows themselves tinted by the night sky. You can safely assume whoever is inside is either absent or sleeping.
Well, that ain't gonna do. Clernt. Hello?
So wait.
Hello?
Is Clernt like pounding on the door?
Pounding on the door.
Okay, all right. I think your noise gate was like stopping it.
Yeah,
Like
that's Discord fucking it.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's Discord been doing that. So anyways, yeah, you just begin to pound at the door itself. As you see a small torch light from inside. A very grumpy feminine voice. What?
Yeah, maps!
Who is that? The torch itself opens as the windows itself reflects. The door opens up as you see a tall woman, taller than your small goblin frame. She looks around, almost looking past you before looking down. What do you want?
You're, Philip, right? Philip? What?
Philippa Chartreuse, yes, a member of the Cartographers Guild. What can I do for you, young man?
Need, you sell maps, then?
Usually when the sun is up. Why do you need a map?
Look, this is urgent. I need a map, like, now.
She squints her eyes over at you. Please roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Disturbed and alarmed at being awakened. She looks down over to you with your 21 persuasion. Seeing the panic in your eyes, can tell immediately that it is an emergency and starts to fill the blanks in her mind, specifically that you would not have done such a thing unless it was actually an emergency. She sighs a little. She sighs a little bit and nods. She's like, all right, yes, come in. You walk inside to a well-maintained home. A beautiful table and desk decorates one of the walls, itself just covered in a variety of maps. She turns over to you. Close the door behind you, please.
Yeah,
she
sure.
walks over to the table. So, as you close the door, she begins to scramble itself within the various map casings, chests, and the desk, the cartographer's desk that she draws. Which region are you looking for specifically? Here over in Brisbane, specifically, or the Kingdom of Wendlin, the continent of Kathos?
Manda implied that we wanted something that was pretty broad of Io in its entirety, right?
Yes. Ideally, she said that would work perfectly. You can work with the regional map itself, but Io in general would also suit those needs.
You got a map of everything on you?
Oh. You're looking for a general charter.
Yeah.
Okay. I do. She kind of looks down a little bit. I do have one. It's my personal one, though. It specifically is the one that is the charter of the entire Cartographers Guild. The one that all the cartographers makes itself. It's a very expensive piece, but it is probably the most detailed you'll find in Io.
Here we go. All right. How much these things go for?
She sighs a little bit. I mean, this is mine. It's priceless. I don't know if I could sell it. I don't know if I would be willing to sell it to you.
Well, I mean, look, if you had to put a price on priceless, what would that price be? You know what I mean?
Well, I wasn't going to the high city of Brisbane for another couple of months. That's where the Cartographers Guild is located, at least the Ishtar sect of that. She begins to think to herself. Travel itself expensive. Probably a few weeks travel from here. Just the maps itself, the ink, the cartographers. Oh, the scolding I'd probably get. 1,000 gold, perhaps?
1,000 gold?
She nods. You have to understand, I'd have to get myself another one, and these things are rare. They're literally described by the highest officials of the Cartographers Guild.
Clarent looks over at Brett to see if this map would provide any more benefit than the address of the mushroom.
As Clarent looks over to the corner of the room, she looks alarmed at you, wondering what you're staring at. You're always free to try and talk her down.
Listen, ma'am, 1,000. Look, all right, ma'am, $1,000, 1,000 gold is an awful lot of gold. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I'm kind of a big deal. Matter of fact, you'd all be dead if it wasn't for me. So maybe we bring this down a little bit, just a little bit, just a smidge.
She would look over at you. She looks confused but intrigued. You mentioned we would all be dead if it weren't for you? How
Remember
so?
that big flying purple thing in the sky that showed up randomly about a month? How long was it, Brett, in time in this world?
Yeah, I'd say we're looking at a month right now.
About a month ago. Remember that?
She startlingly nods. It's like, I wasn't sure of what that was.
And I was on that thing. It was gonna destroy this entire area, and I stopped it. All right.
Please roll a persuasion check at an advantage, since that is a true fact, but it still seems very outlandish. And one more time, please.
Okay. My rolls have been
I
so
know, dude.
fucking bad.
I know,
dude.
dude.
It's only my expertise
know,
in persuasion that's carrying it all.
So your 27 persuasion, she looks at you as you regale with her the tale of how you faced this strange alien-like creature within the corpse of a dead baby. It almost seems too outlandish to be true, but at the same time, she can tell from a glint of your eye, and also never interacting with a goblin before. There seems to be something diplomatic about your nature, and she believes you. And the long story that you tell. It takes about, I would say, half an hour of explaining. And she takes a deep breath and just goes, well, that's a lot. She'll then sit down over on the chair. It just seems exasperated, exhausted from the story that you tell. What do you do at that point?
So, look, with all that in mind, I think it's pretty safe to say that, maybe a little bit of a discount is in order. I mean, I have other things I could technically offer as an alternative. You're a person that enjoys traveling, right? You ever been to a alternative dimension city? Ever want to map one of those?
She looks over at you, bewildered. Excuse me?
Yeah, I could ship you on over to.
Does Clarent know the name of the place?
Yes, the full name is the Altered City of Atlas, but you can just say the City of Atlas.
Could ship you on over to Atlas, be the first cartographer ever, possibly, to chart a alternate dimensional city.
She stands up. Atlas?
Ah.
You mean the city that blew up over 500 years ago, over in Kathos?
Sure.
Claire doesn't know all this,
Yeah, Claire does nothing of that, yeah. And she just looks over at you and she's like, you found Atlas.
Well, find isn't really the way to put it. I can teleport to Atlas.
She places a hand on her forehead, just blinking. She looks like she's about to pass out from this knowledge before she looks over at you. And a laugh just escapes her mouth. You mean to tell me you have some sort of magical ability that will take you to a city that blew up centuries ago?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I was sort of expecting this reaction is the same one I gave my gross friend model when he told me. But yeah, no, it's real.
I'll tell you what, my little friend. And at that point, she will grab the charter. If you can take me to this place, I will hand this to you for free. And then she holds it in front of you.
All right. It takes about an hour to get there. It's a bit of a process, but we're heading back tonight actually, because we're planning on bringing a map there. So we can definitely get that sorted if you're fine to wait a little bit while I get the rest of my crew.
She is staring at you, not blinking, as you explain this so calmly, as if it's just another day, another walk in the park. And as you, right after you finish that statement, she looks at you, squinting. You're serious?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, would I really make a lie this elaborate if I was trying to lie to you? It's not that hard to make up stuff. Like, this is a pretty specific lie.
Well, a deal is a deal. If you could actually take me to what Atlas was, or currently is, according to you, that would earn me quite a few good marks with the guild. I'm pretty sure I can ask for any of the charters at that point in time. Do I need to pack a bag or something? You said it takes an hour to teleport?
It takes an hour to get there, and does it take an hour to leave again, Brett, or is that like a faster process?
No. At that, it's literally an instant cast to return back.
It takes an hour to get there, and I mean, there's plenty of vacant space if you want to hang around for a while. I don't know if you're not with us, if you can leave easily or not, so pack if you want, but if you end up sticking around past when we leave, you might be there for a little bit. It's not abandoned. There's a really grumpy dog thing there.
She blinks again. And she says, well, I would rather prefer way back. What am I saying? This is ridiculous. All right, then. You said it takes an hour to cast, and you're still waiting for your friends.
Yeah, we could probably plan on leaving in about an hour, starting up the process.
Okay, then. Where do I meet you? Should I follow you now?
You can just wait here, and we'll come back.
She shrugs. Well, you've got me curious at the very least. So be it. If you can take me to the city, I will hand you my charter free of charge. And she looks over back at her desk and she's like, just in case you're not spitting some sort of fantasy. She will then grab her cartographer's tools along with pieces of parchment. Looking back over, she's looking at you. She wants to see what your expression on your face is right now.
It's just casual fucking Clarence just standing there staring like 1,000 yards staring to the wall behind her.
She stares at your just casual calm face and shrugs again, gathering her cartographer's tools. Very well. Let me know when you're ready, and I will visit a dead city with you.
Alrighty. Clarence going to leave and try to find, I think, Model, since he would know Model is out.
Okay.
Now he would feel like he's on a little bit of a time limit again.
All right. So while this is happening, we'll go back a few minutes. At the same time, Piquel and Model arrive over at the general store. Same description. You see the windows themselves completely dark, except for your nighttime vision that can view within the windows. The store itself apparently is closed.
Which one's the store?
This one right over here.
Mottle's gonna turn and like crouch down next to Pickle and say,
all right, Pickle, the first thing you gotta learn about shopping is you need a distraction. So,
Okay.
you see those two guards back there?
She's nodding.
Yeah. Do you have anything that you could use to distract them for me?
She squints at you, like, confused, and holds up her pickle jar.
It's obviously.
Yeah.
It's,
Wait,
yes.
What's
definitely.
obviously?
She rattles the pickle jar in his face.
It's best distraction right here. It's so delicious. It's going to distract them.
Right.
You just see the liquid sloshing as like the solidified pickles are just hitting against the jar.
Brian.
It's never
right.
spilled brine.
All right. If you go give them some pickles, and I'll try and buy some things. Then we'll meet back here in a couple minutes, yeah?
Are you acting sketchy at all by any chance?
I mean, yeah.
Give me a deception check, please.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Deception.
Oh shit.
Model is as chill as a cucumber. His smile, just his comforting smile, just forms on his face. He's about to go shopping.
Yep, that's my best friend. Okay.
All right.
It sounds good. Is will go do that. Yes.
Wonderful.
Brett,
She
what's
turns
the
around.
over-under on the building?
Please explain what you mean by the over-under of the building.
Windows blocked. Entrances, lights on, question mark.
Okay, so there's no lights on side. Inside is completely dark. Nothing's really blocking the windows. The door itself is adorned with a bell that rings whenever you open it. It is also padlocked.
Okay, well, Mott will probably know that. So can I first roll stealth and try and stealth around this building in front
Absolutely. With a 20 at that point, Piquel walks away, smile on her face, ready to talk to the guards about pickles and brine. At that point, you will see Model go into the World of Warcraft stealth mode. He makes a noise as he then walks behind this building.
Perfect.
Amazing.
me. All right, I'm going to... No, I can't hear that.
No, I'm doing it to the guards. Sorry. Go ahead.
So, Model, as you walk around the side of the house, Piquel, what are you doing?
She's just going psst to the guard to her right.
He seems to be standing here. The village itself, obviously, very peaceful, so he isn't on too much of an alert. He'll turn over to you. You'll kind of already see within his face a bewildered expression. Again, not many goblins visit this town, so seeing one is a bit, not suspicious, but it's different. He shakes it away and says, yes, ma'am, how may I help you?
Is have what you're looking for.
She's like nodding at him.
He looks around, bewilderment more so on his face. I don't understand, ma'am.
Is have the goods. Is want the goods.
He stares directly into your eyes and then looks over at the other guard, who's also seeing what's going on. He will then motion over to the guard to come over to help investigate what this is. And I see, ma'am. What goods are you talking about?
She's gonna pull the pickle jar out from behind her back. She's gonna nod as she like shakes the jar.
This is peculiar to the guard. He stares at the pickle jar and
Is ever have pickle before?
They both look at each other, and at this point, realizing it may be some sort of goblin thing, they will nod, looking back over to you. Yes, we both have had pickles.
No.
Yes.
Silence.
They are
He's never
startled.
had a pickle like mine before. Never.
She's gonna walk up to this guard and hit him on the hand to try to cause like a point of damage.
God.
Make a spicy ladle attack, please.
Okay.
Okay, and let's see how much damage that does. All right, excellent. At that point, you slam the hand of the guard. It scorches with the spicy ladle. His hand burns as he shakes it. This guard kind of like shuffles over to like stop you from attacking the guard. What's going on here?
She's gonna hold her hand out at the other guard.
Wait.
She's gonna pull out a pickle and offer it to the guy who she just hit.
It will heal you of your ailment. I'm sorry, I had to hit you to show true potential.
Please roll a persuasion check.
Okay, fuck.
He looks over into your innocent eyes, realizing you don't mean harm as much as you are maybe misguided with your persuasive ways. He looks to the other guard shrugging over to him as if to entertain and go, take the pickle, he'll say underneath his breath.
That's right.
Then he'll look over at you and grab the pickle and look down and
Do I eat it?
Yes, of course you eat it. What do you think? Do it quick. It's hurt to your hand.
he shoves the pickle in his mouth as now he feels rushed by you, persuasion, just pushing him to eat this pickle. At that point, he will feel, as you hear the growth of just like the burnt skin just start to heal over rapidly. This guard looks absolutely amazed, as does this one. He looks over at the guard.
Any pain? Any?
He shakes his head, looking back over at the mysterious mystic goblin with the power of the pickles. And he kneels down over to you and just says, What is that?
It's the power of pickle. So, how much?
She's gonna like lean back.
He will look absolutely amazed before you say how much, and he blinks a little bit before shaking his head. What?
It's how much you pay for a service.
She's crossing her arms.
He looks over at the guard, kind of like a little offended. This guard nods a little bit. It's like
alms or something. It might be part of her order.
He will shake his head before like rustling through his pockets, looking over at you.
I don't carry much, but
He opens up his coin purse and pulls out 10 gold pieces.
Will this suffice?
It's good enough.
I wasn't
She holds out her hand.
I wasn't expecting a divine intervention, handing the gold over to you.
It's
And-
not every day I share miracle, okay?
They both are like staring at you right now. Can you do another persuasion check for me?
Yeah, she's learned too much from Clinton Model.
Yeah. Bad influences.
yeah.
So Pikel, at that point, this guard will be like,
So, tell me more about your religion, this theology of the pickle.
they are entranced by your words and power.
Perfect. She'll just make a horrible speech about pickles and the nature of fermentation.
So as you continue to speak over there, Model, what are you doing?
Windows, Brett, windows. You see windows? Open windows, close windows?
Yeah. As you're looking at the window, you're peering into what appears to be the bedroom of the shopkeep.
Oh, sweet. All right.
The
Wait, on the
shopkeep
ground
is
floor?
yes, the shopkeep is also there, sleeping in the bed.
Asleep? Perfect. All right. Mottle's gonna try open the window.
Okay. The window itself appears to be locked. You'll have to use your thieves' tools to open it.
Whoa, what do I click in?
If you go over to your tools, in the lower
Actions.
left corner. Yep.
I do not see thieves' tools.
You might not have thieves' tools. Let me go ahead and check real quick on you.
Definitely have thieves' tools.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
so-
hold on. I've got it. Sorry. Here it is. My
You're
bad.
good. All good.
And I'm proficient in thieves' tools.
Yeah, you should also be. So yeah, tool. Oh, that's add new proficiencies. My apologies. Move.
Yeah.
Inventory.
Yeah, I've got in my inventory. And that's
These tools?
proficiency. Use tool. There you go.
There you go.
Dexterity. And I'm proficient. Thieves' tools.
So, the window itself, weak when it comes to locks, but very loud if you do not pick them correctly. As you kind of like shimmy a bar underneath the window itself, you kind of like loosen and unlock the window. With your stealth check, you open it quietly and are able to enter in.
Okay. Mottle's
You said
going
that
to
to yourself.
Yeah, Mottle does. He's like, okay, because he picked it successfully. And then he's going to climb in
Talk to
the window.
yourself in public.
Yeah. Well, you guys don't what? I climb in through the window, Brett.
Okay. You walk into the shopkeeper's room. You hear the loud snoring of the shopkeep as you are now within his bedroom.
All right. And this is all human-sized, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct.
Shit. Okay. Bedroom door opens to front. I presume. I go for the door in front.
The door is not locked, so you were able to walk in. You are now within the shop. A variety of glass cases with items held within the glass cases, the more expensive ones like spy glasses, anything that costs more than a gold would probably be hidden away at that point in time, as other mundane items decorate the shelves in the wall.
Right. Is there a sack anywhere or a container?
Yeah, there's a variety of burlap sacks that you're able to just... Are you looking for like an empty burlap sack?
Yeah, like an empty sack.
Yep. You can just grab that off the wall. That's easy.
I grab a sack and I look for, first things first, any paper, like papyrus or parchment, anything that could be written on.
Mm-hmm.
Any ink or ink pens.
Mm-hmm.
They're the priorities.
All right. How much paper are you looking for? There is actually several stacks of paper that are outside of the glass casing.
Oh, geez. Montel will probably take a couple handfuls of paper.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be clean. It can be scrumpled.
It's all clean sheets at that point in time as you grab 40 pieces of paper.
Before I get my hands on it, it's clean. I take 40 pieces of paper.
Okay.
I need... So the ink and the pens. I look for ink and pens.
All right, so the pens themselves, they're alongside the paper. There are dozens of pens that you can literally grab at that point.
Oh, just grab a handful of pens.
Sorry. Okay. You're just looking around in panic as you're grabbing hands. Grab as many pens, throw it in the bag. Jesus
I
Christ.
accidentally said pickle, I'll only be a few minutes. Fuck.
All right, you grab 13 pens in your hands and throw them in the burlap sack.
Ink.
Okay, now the ink itself is behind the glass casing, since they are more expensive. You'll have to pick through that.
Definitely go for the ink.
Yeah, there's padlocks that go from there. Go ahead and do Thieves' Tools at that point.
Thieves' Tools. Skaboosh.
You begin to pick over at the padlock that is locking the glass casing. With a critical miss as you begin to shake at that point in time, your Thieves' Tools begin to... They pick,
oh, fuck.
And then your lockpick snaps from there. As you snap your lockpick, effectively breaking your Thieves' Tools, sorry, my friend, your elbow slams into the glass case, shattering it immediately. At that point, you hear the ruffles of the man inside the bedroom wake up. Meanwhile,
I don't know you anymore.
Meanwhile, outside of the town, everyone listening intently to this young woman's tell the pickle hears a broken glass from the room. They look over at this point to the sound. Let me go ahead and see if they would gather at that point. The two guards.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this one immediately says, "That's coming. That sound came from the shop. Quickly," and they will rush over as you begin to hear the marching men.
She's gonna fall. Maybe my pickle help somebody. He's hurt.
Stand back, priestess. Go on.
Did I break the ink container when I elbowed it?
Oh no, the ink containers are still there. The glass is completely shattered though.
So I can grab the ink. I grab the ink and I chuck it in the sack.
Okay, so how many
During
vials?
the passage of time of all of this, like, where is Clarence at this point? If he was
at this point, Clarence, you will have just started to arrive over where you see guards charging over in the general direction of the general store, along with Pikel, who's like rapidly talking about pickles, trying to help the best you can. You know something has gone awry.
Clarence gonna approach, but he's gonna approach through the fucking trees and look through the bushes at them.
Model, you were able to grab vials at this point. How many vials would you like to grab? I will let you know these are ounce vials. If you're grabbing a handful or trying to grab multiples, the higher the more you try and grab, the more likely you'll fuck up and the ink will just spill all over your hands.
No, I'll just grab one. You only need one vial of ink.
All right, one vial of ink it is. You grab that, as at that point you hear the shopkeep running over to you. It's running over to the door at this point. What do you do? You have a movement left.
So the door's like, okay, I was actually clicking on the stream map, not Roll20.
It's all good.
All right. The way I'm imagining it is that's the little back room, and then there's a door here, and then there's the front room here, right?
That is correct.
Is there like a ladder up or stairs upstairs at all?
It is a singular floor at this point.
It's just a bungalow? Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
You have a move remaining.
I have a move remaining. Okay, real quick then. So what's the lay of the land in the room that I see? There's the door at the front that's locked, window.
Yep, doors
door
over
here.
here. You've got 2 windows.
Does this door open inwards or outwards to me?
It opens inward. Not towards you. It'd be outwards towards you. Inwards towards the...
Towards him.
That is correct. And... Yeah, I will ask, did you close the... I'm assuming you closed the door behind you. Is that correct?
Behind me. I was going to say, yeah, slowly close it behind me.
You also
but
hear
I left
a
the window open.
That is correct. Into his bedroom, which you have heard shuffling as he goes, "What the?" So you know he's awake and you know he's coming out.
I'm gonna try stealth as close as I can to the doorway, to the side of it, so that the second he comes through, I'm gonna try and dart past him and disengage if I have to, and then jump through the window.
Give me a stealth check. I need a 20, please.
Oh Jesus!
Fuck.
At that point, immediately, dancing in the shadows, you scurry over to the corner. The door opens inwards as he charges in, scrambling.
Wow.
Immediately seeing the broken vials of glass over here, he panics a little bit. And before he turns around, you slink back around the corner. He turns, does not see you because he's looking around to figure out what has happened, believing his bedroom to be safe, as you then just slink out the room. At that point, outside, uncaught. As you do so, you hear a pounding at the door of the 2 guards that are now trying to get in. Is everything all right in there? Nothing's all right in here. Someone robbed me. He walks over as he then opens the door. And yeah, you were able to, at that point, get away, Model. You've successfully
I just run off,
into the forest. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to loop around.
You loop around at that point in time. The guards are talking to everyone. Pikel, I don't even think you would see Model leaving the general store at that point in time.
My perception was actually to see if I would put 2 and 2 together, that my friend just went in there and tried to steal shit.
All right. So at that point, he walks in. This guard walks in. This guard is about to walk in before he looks over at you, giving you a noble and respectful bow. Priestess of the Pickle, it was a pleasure to meet you. We would love to get you breakfast if you're interested. That over in the tavern to learn more of your order.
You see if I have room in my schedule. Yes.
He will nod again and says, "Your powers are miraculous and your life-giving abilities wondrous. We are definitely interested," he'll say, before walking in at that point so they can look at the crime scene. It is at this point that I will inform you, Pikel, you feel confident that with enough greased palms and persuading, you might even be able to start an order of the pickle here in this human village.
Holy shit! Oh man, awesome.
All right. At that point, Clint, as you're walking over to the general store to see the general hubbub, you will see Model, hands in pockets, whistling as he's walking down the road.
Hello.
No matter what, Clint would immediately assume that loud noise and the guards running into the general store would mean you 2 did something dumb. It doesn't matter what sort of body language I'm seeing right now. Yep.
Hi.
You two do something.
No.
He's feel great. He's got the 10 gold from strange men in armor.
10 gold?
What,
You know how
really?
filthy rich we are? 10 gold?
She's
Don't
gonna
down,
scowl.
Charging him more, Pikel.
Her chest
You're
was puffed out,
underselling.
but now it's collapsing. Ugh.
Now listen, that doesn't matter. None of this motions at the general store chaos. None of this matters. All right, I got a way to get a map. Now, bad news is it costs 1,000 gold. Good news is I managed to. We're just gonna take her to the Atlas and dump her there or whatever. She's gonna give it to us for free if we do that.
Right. So, we
Sounds
go
good.
now?
We sort of need to go now if you're done.
Oh, all right.
shopping.
Molly, take this. This is actually for you, Clint.
Huh?
Yeah. Just don't look inside it for a bit, okay?
What is I'm not Model. Claire's gonna look at this bag of what looks to be loot and look at the general store. Model, I'm not taking this. I don't
take it. Clint,
Model, I don't want this right
take
now.
it now and give
it to me later.
I'm not taking it right now.
Model, I'm not taking this. Claire's gonna
Clint, you
start
don't understand.
going
There's
towards
something. Oh, Piquel, will you
Yes.
take this for me?
Okay.
Pico, don't take anything from him right now.
Hey, thanks, Pickle. I'll catch up.
You have a good shopping trip?
Yeah, really good shopping trip. You did great.
She's gonna smile and walk away.
Right, everyone, we gotta get moving. All right, I gotta get the others. Actually, PK, can you
Model, as you begin to walk in at that point in time to the open door, you see this man panicked, looking around. He's like, well, did you take anything of value? And he's looking over at the shattered glass, and it's only one vial of ink, so he's just looking around. He goes over to behind a shelf where he pulls out a lockbox. Doesn't seem to be tampered with. He just looks around like, you wouldn't care about the pens
What's wrong,
or
boys?
paper.
What's going on?
He looks down, another goblin. He just whispers, another. God, there's plenty of goblins in here. What's going on?
Local hero Mottle here.
Oh my god.
And this man will look over and said, citizen, this is a crime scene. We'll have to ask you to leave.
Okay, well, good luck. Hope you get the bad guy.
What was his game plan?
Semi-alibi, I guess.
Listen, you don't know how. You need to see the scene of the crime. All right,
It's a
I need
thrill.
to know.
They're insane enough to go back to their own scene 30 seconds after doing it.
You have no idea, Glenn.
Let me go ahead and roll a fate check real quick. As you're leaving and the guards ask what has been stolen, he just blinks a little bit, not realizing the vial of ink gone, not caring about the paper or the pen, seeing his lockbox is still intact, still locked. Even when he unlocks it and looks inside, nothing seems to be touched. He looks at the other glass casing of valuable gemstones and materials. Nothing itself. In this end, he just doesn't even know what to say at this point. He's like, and the guard is just like, maybe it was a freak accident or something. There's no evidence that anyone's taken anything. And at that point you walk away with just like
Perfect crime.
It's like it's so wild because we're so rich. And
It's not about the money.
He does it for the thrill.
Store because you're addicted to crime.
It's got nothing to do with the money, Glenn.
You're like an addict to thrill, and that is it.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta get the other two. All right, the cartographer's waiting on us.
Yeah.
Skagzag, what have you been doing this entire time during the evening? You said you were
Been
staying
Getting some fresh air.
You're just standing there as guards are
God.
walking by, just kind
Human
of giving
guards
you a nod.
walking by.
Yeah, and every time one walks by, I'm just like, ugh.
You're like smiling happily in nature, like hands in your pockets, and then you see a human and you snarl.
Yeah, I'm essentially like on my smoke break, but not smoking.
He's just standing there. Any thoughts in your mind? Anything you say out loud while guards are just like patrolling past you?
Nah, I'm just like, how there's so many humans here. I hate humans. It's a lot of human hatred, but I did just kill one, so my rage is satiated.
Gotcha.
For now.
Oh my god. Okay, so at that point, as Skagzag finishes his smoke break, Cheezel sleeping with the warg, all of you will return back to the tavern. At that point, you'll see Skagzag taking a mental smoke break.
Skagzag.
Yeah.
You all right there?
Sure am.
All right.
You haven't been up to anything naughty, have you, Skagzag?
Nah.
Projecting.
Not committed any crimes, have you, Skagzag? Come here.
He's gonna give you a noogie.
Gosh,
You're a good guy, aren't you, Skag?
Don't touch me.
Jesus.
My eyes and veins start to pulse.
Oh god.
Oh, there he goes again. Sorry.
As you walk up to the room, you see Cheezel sleeping with the ward.
He's sleeping. I don't know. We're just going to go get them, like bring the map over. I don't know if I'd want to wake up Cheezel if he's sleeping. No. Cheezel! Hey, Cheezel!
Cheezel tries to scratch his ears with his leg.
That's new. Cheezel!
Clarence gonna like shake him a little bit.
Yeah, Cheezel like slowly opens his eyes and does that like mouth thing as he looks at you.
Yes, Cloned. Cheezel, we're gonna take another trip to that city. Do you want to come or do you want to get some more sleep?
What time is?
Night time.
And you see the night sky still illuminate the room.
Okay, I come.
Like his eyes still kind of closed.
All right, perfect. All right, get yourself ready and meet us outside.
No, what? Okay.
Cheezel just follows you. He doesn't have to get ready. He just gets up and walks after you.
He wears a loincloth.
I guess that's true.
The ward continues to sleep. At that point, are you all heading to the cartographer?
Yeah.
All right. As you continue to, as you wander down to the south, you will see the cartographer waiting outside with all these map cases, paper, as well as a travel bag just in case. She looks over, waving to you, and says, yes, I did get your name. Did you introduce yourself to her at all, Clark?
I did not.
Okay. Oh, there's more here. More goblins. Hello.
Yeah, this is Skagzag.
Clarence gonna
Pleasure.
Skagzag. This little one's Cheezel.
Nice to meet you. She'll offer a hand.
Cheezel licks it.
Oh.
That's just what they do. This one over here is Pikel.
No longer operating hands, now just nods. Pleasure to meet you.
Just gonna nod back.
And the one back there is Model. Hello.
Oh. That is a... Oh, never mind. About to comment on his skin condition and decide that would be rude.
Don't touch it. And I'm we will want to do this inside. We don't want to do this out in the road.
Oh, okay. Is there anything I have to like bolt down or something? Do you know if there's a destructive nature to this?
I don't think so. We probably want to do it in a clearish area, though.
All right.
It doesn't take that much space.
Come in. She invites you inside to her home. All right. As you all walk in, do you begin to cast the ritual for an hour?
Yes.
All right.
Has to get this moving before someone kills her or something.
Does she, Brett? Does she have anything that could look like hair in the entrance when we're walking in?
Hey, you're gonna have to explain that to me.
That
what
could
is
look like hair, like a mop or some kind of old-fashioned broomstick. Maybe some fabric.
Question.
No, you do not see any like mops or brooms or anything that could be a makeshift wig.
Do you want my scarf?
No, it's okay. It's not for now.
It's not for now.
The fuck?
Fucking psycho.
What the fuck?
Weird.
I had a shopping list going into that store. Okay, I needed certain things.
So as you cast the ritual spell, she just stands around waiting for an hour, maybe interrupting a couple of times to figure out like, is this supposed to take this long? You may hush her for a moment. And after a little bit, she remembers it would take an hour before this happens. Why not entertain for an hour? She's already awake, probably not going to get much sleep now anyways that she's been awakened by this goblin. And just then the hour strikes. She feels the ping in her mind as if something's trying to pull her. She looks over to Clarent with a curious questioning face and just says, What is this? It's like something's trying to pull me through. Is this the spell?
Yeah, probably. I would let it happen, or you might blow up.
Oh, she's alarmed, completely trusting of Clarent and his persuasive abilities as the hero of Ishtar. She nods, taking the magical power from within, and you all teleport back to Atlas. The wind once again brushing across your face as you arrive at the floating city of Atlas. Her eyes open wide. And she looks around. She's just studying the buildings at this point in time. As a member of the Cartographer Guild, she is very well trained within history checks and history itself. Easily able to identify this as ancient architecture specifically built under the city of Atlas, which had a very unique way of building things at the time. Aquifers, great reaches in technology itself. She looks over at you. If this is some sort of facsimile of the lost city, it is extremely accurate from what was in my books.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, right?
She looks absolutely stunned. And she states, even if this isn't Atlas, this is definitely something to mark. And she looks over to the sky, tries to pinpoint the stars, looking over the edge a little bit. And she says, at the very least, this should be mapped and submitted to the Cartographer's Guild for approval.
No. This is definitely Atlas.
It's true. It's Atlas.
I mean,
real.
I bet Amanda over there would double down on that one too.
Clarence gonna point over to the scary-looking monster.
Yeah, she looks over at the lycanthrope and blinks and says, I'd rather not intrude with whatever she's doing. Either way, this is indeed suitable payment. I will honor the promise. She will then hand you the codex, the Cartographer's Codex, which has maps of all of Io.
Oh.
All right,
Man.
perfect, excellent.
And
Appreciate it.
she blinks at that point and says, How do I get back?
Well, you can either leave with us when we go back, probably in about a half an hour. It's probably not going to take that long for us to take care of what we need to take care of again. Or maybe if you go up into that scary-looking cathedral up there, you might figure out how to do it on your own, but that's kind of a 50-50 coin flip on that.
Oh, well, when's the next time that you're going to return here?
I mean, probably like a day or two.
Oh,
Looking at our current track record.
Well, if it's only going to be a couple of days, then maybe I should stay here for that time.
Oh my god, what if we forget about
What
her?
if we forget to feed her,
Oh my
dude? This is like a
fucking
pet now. We have to
Does she
take
have
care of
to
her.
be here, like,
Pickle, do you want to give her some food, actually, to a couple days?
I brought some rations with me. I should be good
Okay.
for a week.
Oh, wait, wow.
Is anyone living here? She looks around at the empty houses.
Well, there's Manda over there again. Someone was living in a house over that way. Clint's gonna point over there. At least that's what, again. they
Broken
said.
in house. Yep. Okay.
But from what they said, almost every building here is unoccupied, so you can just take your pick. That one, any of them, really.
She'll look over at this house, this rather large house, and she's like, probably not for my tastes. She'll go over to this smaller house and says, well, I suppose I can set a base of operations for a day, draw some things around, and yes, all right then. If you're coming back within a couple of days, if you don't mind, I would like to stay here for a little while, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Just be careful. I have no idea who else can come into this city, and they might be crazy.
Oh, yeah, there's some weirdos.
I have no
alright.
idea what other kinds of weirdos can do what we do.
Oh, I'll seal myself in the house. That's easy enough. And you said there's something with the chapel over there. She points up to the high chapel.
You can go in there if you want. We didn't. I don't know if it's exactly safe, but nothing attacked us when we went in.
She just instinctively begins to walk up north before turning over to you and says, well, thank you, Clarence. I thank you, and the Cartographer's Guild thanks you as well. You owe us, we owe you a debt of gratitude. And she'll give you a bow.
No problem.
Before
Will not bow because he's got way too much stuff on his back to sustain that much weight.
She's going to the chapel?
She walks up to the chapel. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
She might not come back out, but we got
Good luck,
Oh boy.
guys. You know, when we go back, we're gonna be in an unoccupied house.
Oh yeah.
I could have a little look around.
I mean, hey, this is like the dream come true for
Oh
them.
my god.
The thrill of the crime.
He can't
Model,
talk,
model,
he
yeah,
can't
I do
talk.
want to model. I do want to remind you that we are incredibly rich right now, model. Model, did you break into that general store?
It's not. He was shopping. It's
I
not
went
breaking.
shopping, Clan. Right, Pickle?
It's definitely shop. He said he did. He said he
Clerk,
went shopping.
Clerk, make an insight check. Model, make a deception check.
Yeah, I mean, I have no wisdom
Yeah.
at all.
Deception?
Yes. It doesn't really line up with things that have happened, nor does it line up with Model's general attitude. But if he's lying to you, you can't tell.
I mean, look, all I know
Clan,
is I heard a
I
big
went
bang.
shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, mate. You know what it
What
means
was
when I go shopping?
What was in that bag you brought up though? Then.
Pikel's
Well,
gonna jostle it.
Is this
I was- yeah, that one.
How heavy do you jostle it?
Gently.
Oh, God.
Okay, gentle
That's
jostle.
a
I
Excellent.
feel
spiky
like-
bag. There's 13 pens in there.
I feel like she would have peeked inside at some point to see what was
Oh,
in
you
there.
just see like a bag of paper, pens, and a vial of ink.
I think Model is getting into artistry. I think he wants to draw.
She's gonna whisper to Claire.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, no, I was thinking on account of you using a book and all now, you might need some utensils. And myself as well. I like to forge things.
All right.
Yeah.
Clerk picks up one of the pens. It still has a fucking price tag on it.
I mean, in monetary value, it could be worth thousands of gold.
Price tag on it from the store.
Yeah, no.
Store labeled John's General Store.
Mark. Yeah.
Move on sale.
That all
price-
seems on the up and up for me, model. I appreciate you getting these for me.
They're not for you, they're for us, first of all.
Well,
All right?
There's enough for everyone.
Cheezel
Yeah.
probably is going to love playing with the pens. Skagzag can use something to ink for concealer. I don't know.
Concealer?
The veins.
The
top.
ink for concealer?
Oh,
The
yeah.
veins. He can give himself tattoos.
Oh, we
He
need
would.
tattoos.
He totally would.
We all should. We should get a team. to
Nah.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, what do you do at this point, as you discuss it on the streets of Atlas? You see Manda
Clark's
there.
gonna
She
head
turns
up to
over to you.
Manda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clark's
Stand in the
taking
map.
care of- Take a look at this, Manda. Clark's gonna pull out the fucking big ass super map and put it down on
The codex, yeah.
codex.
She'll look at it and she said,
This is adequate, extremely adequate for this service. Very well then.
she'll look over at the bounty board, back over at the codex, as she will reach down underneath the table and pull out what appears to be a pen. The pen and ink itself swirls of stars and galaxies within this golden vial pen. She grabs the pen and sort of tips it to the side of her forehead. As she does so, you kind of see this white ethereal trail pull out from her head as she then taps it onto the map. The map itself illuminates and glows, sparkles as the stars of the galaxies just like cascade over this map. At that point, any sort of tears or soil or anything like that at the map itself seems pristine and perfect. At that point, completely clean. The parchment itself sheens as if it was this sort of like there's just this fresh sheen across the parchment. She hands it back to you as you receive a magical map of Io. The map itself will identify where you are in the location of the map itself. She will also make note that you will see on the map, sort of like illustrated and illuminated. It kind of glows a faint light, but doesn't actually give out a life source. a mushroom that illustrates where the bounty is located of the fearsome creature. You believe with this map and the location that even if you were not educated, either in cartography or just generally finding your way, you believe you'll be able to find the location of where this mushroomoid creature is with this map once you return.
All right. Neat trick there. Really.
There's many things I've learned within my various lifetimes. And so many things, so many dangers that I can see. This thing should prove adequate in your search for power and materials. May the hunt treat you well, my friend.
And she continues to work on a weapon.
Yeah, this will treat us very well.
Claire's gonna take a look at this map again. So it's like how detailed is this map?
So the map
now with the magical aspects.
Yeah.
Like how...
So there are a couple of things that you could do with this map that's absolutely fascinating that she educates you on. The map itself is a huge, just fine parchment that feels extremely sturdy, almost as if it's sketched on the back of a leather hide. As you look at the map itself, nothing seems to be illustrated, but you see a glowing, tiny, like mushroom symbol that seems to be located on one of the land masses. You are informed once you arrive back in Io, it will also mark the wielder of the map's location, aka you, since you are sort of like attuned to the map. Even though you're attuned to the map, it does not take an attunement slot, just FYI. She also instructs you, almost like our modern days, either like pads or cell phones, that if you use your fingers, you can actually enlarge the sketching of the map, and it sort of illustrates out so that you can go ahead and get more of a view. As far as details are concerned, you get a general understanding of where certain natural areas are located, including forests, mountains, and the like. Also marked on the map are capital cities. Anything that the Cartographers Guild would have marked on their codexes.
Okay.
I was literally going to ask if you could pinch and spread to zoom and zoom out.
Absolutely. Absolutely can.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it is a magical map with a lot of features that makes it useful for any budding adventurer.
All right. Well, I don't think we have much more to stick around for now. That person who walked by is going to be hanging around here for a little bit. And but they're harmless. They're just a cartographer looking around.
Manda.
Yeah.
Is it safe for them to go to the chapel?
Oh God, I hope so.
I don't think there's anything harmless in there.
There's a wait
what?
Manda.
Harmless or harmful?
Sorry, I don't think there's anything harmful in there. My apologies. I mixed up the two things. I'm so sorry.
You know she's already gone, Manda.
But yeah, she goes, I don't think there's anything harmful there. She shrugs.
Right. All right. Go.
I mean, if she was able to find her way here, she should be fine, right?
She didn't. Oh no.
Well,
look, we kind of brought her in.
Hmm?
We brought her here.
Yeah, we sort of told her we'd take her here if she gave us this map.
So she's not like a warrior or
kind of just a person who makes maps.
She like draws stuff.
She blinks slowly and stares at the chapel and goes, huh? Well, this should be interesting. And then she keeps staring at the chapel.
Yeah,
Rodinger's cartographer. Let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah. we can figure this one out next week.
Yeah,
come back.
She'll look over at you and nod and continue to stare up at the chapel. Huh? Well, good luck with your hunt. And she'll just stare forward.
We should get going.
Yeah.
I do want to get some sleep before we meet up with that Archmagister tomorrow.
All right.
All right. So, you guys are leaving the city of Atlas at this point to return back to town. Is that correct?
Yeah, returning to her house.
All right. So with that, you teleport back, recalling to your location at the Tavern of the Human Village. Uncertain of the fate of the cartographer, which ascended up to the High Chapel. But you have now been given...
Checking on her.
We don't need to check.
Holy shit.
That is her destiny. All right, whatever happens up there is her destiny. It's none of our business now. We got what we needed.
Yep.
Right.
You have been given a magical map which illustrates the bounties of powerful creatures that rampage around the city of Io, the planet of Io. But you return back to a peaceful slumber, earning yourself a long rest. The next day, you are able to meet with the Archmagister within the closer to the evening hours. So I will ask you the question: are you going to wait for the Archmagister, or are you going to attempt to hunt the mark? The mark itself can be hunted before you meet with the Magister, but it's entirely up to you whether you decide to do that or not.
Sounds like a pretty good thing to squeeze in if we can squeeze it in, especially if other people from the other groups can sort of like sneak in before us.
Absolutely.
I'd be down to go get that out of the way, warm up with our new powers.
All right. So you're locking that in for the next session?
Sure.
Yeah, but also, Brett, when we return, I'll just send you this after this session. But when we return, I have something to do before we go back to the inn.
Okay. Yeah. Let me know what that is. We can include that offline as well for you if you'd like. Perfect.
Thank you.
Well, in that case, I have you locked in for the boss encounter against a mushroom creature next Wednesday. So that will be the session next Wednesday. Will be a sizable boss encounters.
That just sounds like so weird to have you be like, all right, I penciled you in for mushroom boss encounter next Wednesday.
Anyone that goes to the bounty board now just sees dibs in all caps and picture the goblin.
Well, it's important. It's important to know what you lock into, so that way that it won't be given to someone else, and that option will not be provided to other parties who may return back to Atlas. Act 3, as you can tell, is very, very open-ended, so you're able to freely do whatever it is you wish to do. So that is why I'm making sure that once you're locked in, that's what's gonna happen for next Wednesday. The entire session will be this fight. The fight itself, just fair warning, just like anything, it has the ability to be fatal. It has the ability to be dangerous. But if you succeed, you'll be rewarded with a level up in your secondary class, along with a table of loot and magical items that will assist you in your journey. So
yeah, mainly eyeballing that level up. Ooh, that'd be getting that extra level up would be good shit.
Fair warning. Well, I'll let you know next week. It's the lucky and loot rolls, but we can talk about that next week. All right, but that's it. That will conclude today's session of Goblins of Io. Thank you guys so much for playing.
If we die to a mushroom thing, I'm gonna be real
man, that's
upset.
gonna be real bummer after all this
That's gonna be
setup. This
embarrassing.
Mushrooms have a
we've
fucking
been
history
waiting
with
for
that,
fucking weeks now.
Oh, it's a dangerous creature. So hey, you got nothing to worry about there, friends.
I gotta go pretty quick tonight. So
have a good one, man.
For having me. This is an excellent session as always, Brett. I'll see all of you.
Have a good one, dude.
Bye-bye.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed. How has this the style of D&D been? Because I've been trying to experiment more with like just more open-ended with stories still happening for you guys to pursue. But you guys have you guys been enjoying it so far?
Yeah,
style
I like
wise.
the open-ended style a lot.
Yeah, like, I'm a big fan. Open-end sandbox. Open world.
Yeah,
Big
Open world RPG. I like
RPG,
I like
MMO.
RPG mechanics. I like stats. I like leveling up.
Yeah.
Magic,
When do we get an
also
episode
non-
about fishing?
Like
We decide, Jesse. We can make that our future.
I want a
Sure we
whole
can.
fishing episode.
you absolutely
we
can
gotta
do
find a
that
lake.
if you decide it. There's water fucking everywhere, so you are
Oh my god.
absolutely
We should
free.
have a fishing
Oh,
competition.
oh,
Who
no.
can ever like hook the biggest fish? I
Yeah.
want to do that.
yeah.
I want to.
Hey,
We did have a frog catching contest like a year
I mean-
That
ago.
was good.
Yeah.
I mean, look, when it comes to just D&D in general, you're free to Oh boy. There's some cursed shit here. You are free to do whatever you
What do
wish.
you mean? Cursed shit?
Oh well, let me show you over on the screen. I'm about to post
fan
up
art.
some fan art. Yeah.
I didn't have any context for what you're talking about.
My apologies. Behold, well, first of all, this is great. Suggesting these humanoid versions of your characters. Someone has drawn what your characters may have looked like in a previous life.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just say that I realize now that Zag's shirt is ripped, but I thought that was a fish popping out of his pants. Like, I was like, why is there a fish coming out of this man's pants?
Oh, beautiful.
I realize it's not. I realize
It's
that's
not. Yeah, it's beautiful. But I love everyone's looks. I just love sad elf Clern over here.
Oh, I thought that was Pikel.
No, because the woman on the left.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because it's all lined up with. So it's this is Skag, that's Skag, Zag,
right.
Pikel, Clern. That's model, and I love Cheezel is like this fucking crazy.
I think I'm a gnome. Is that a gnome?
Oh,
Yeah,
I think so. Oh my god, with the suspenders. Oh, it's so good.
Beautiful.
We've got boy, this fucking artistic piece. Absolutely love it. Oh man.
Looks like that belongs right next to Skagzag.
Yeah.
Museum.
Oh my
Forever.
god. Oh my god.
Hang it next to the Mona Lisa.
We got a handful of Naruto model art today.
Amazing. Look what you've done.
Yes.
Oh god.
You know,
Nakatsuki too with the red clouds.
You're stop.
you buy one shuriken and do one ninja rod and
oh
it's
my
over.
God.
In the Shippuden, yes, when he gets
You
the
watch
orange
5
jump
seasons
through.
of Naruto, and then they do this.
5 seasons is way too little to get you anywhere, man. All right.
You look over to the raccoon sitting by the tree, reading some DM notes and throwing
Nice.
some shurikens. Very nice, very nice.
Beautiful.
What does this say?
Want some good.
Want some
Want some good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, she wasn't prepositioning very clearly.
Well, it worked, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Oh my god.
Good model.
Perfect. Good
And then we've
form.
got a model giving a noogie over to Scax.
Oh my god.
That's so good.
Jesus Christ, don't fucking touch me.
That looks like,
Oh.
it looks
Yep.
like a merge of like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon or something.
It's so good. Oh my god.
I love
All right.
that.
Yay.
Well, that wraps up today's session. Thank you guys again for hanging out, for playing. I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourself. And tomorrow we'll have a fun boss fight with a giant mushroom. Should be good.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Should be real good. All right, guys. I'll talk to you all again. Thank you again so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Now, what did you all think, viewers? Not tomorrow, next Wednesday. When I say tomorrow, my brain goes to next session, so I apologize for that. What'd you guys think? Did you guys enjoy yourself? Good session. Did I miss D&D again? Yep, it is 11 at night. You absolutely missed D&D. Oh my god. Oh my god. It was pretty good. Next week, not tomorrow. I know, chat. I know. That's what I said. Next week, next Wednesday, 8 p.m. EST. When I say tomorrow, I my brain is equating next session with tomorrow. So, love these chill sessions. Yeah, it was good. I look, D&D is all about what the players want to do. If the players want to chill and hang out, then we're good to go. You know. Tomorrow is going to be Spire of Euclid session 1. So come in, chill, hang out. It's with a fantastic crew of people. It's also season 2 of Hunters of Io. It's Spire of Euclid, but it's still a brand new storyline marching forward. So absolutely going to be a great time. First of all, guys, if this is your first time over an IO session, welcome. Glad to have you here. Head over to our YouTube channel. Watch all of our IO sessions of all of our IO campaigns. If you are here primarily for Goblins, I highly encourage you check out another campaign or two. because it all the campaigns are wonderful, and see if you find one that suits your interests. We got magic school themed ones, pirate school themed ones, all sorts of campaigns. So go ahead and give them a peek. See if you find another one that you like just as much as Goblins. I do want to let you guys know that we have a Patreon. Your support of the Patreon helps me DM for a living. Consider heading on over there. You can donate as little as $3 a month. Higher tiers, the $5 tier is an MP3 tier of all the sessions. $10 tier is weekly uploads of maps that I have created for IO. $20 tier is Game Master Notes, encounters and the like. I think the next week I might do something more theory-based, kind of talk a little bit of my process, of my D&D process and how it continues to evolve, as it always does. That's the $20 tier. And then there are higher tiers with higher rewards, including our $50 and above tier. I want to take an opportunity to thank those that had subscribed at the beginning of the month. Over here with our $50 tier, which includes Why Not Gemology, Baker Staunch. Hold on one second. There we go. Why Not Gemology, Baker Staunch, Lopar Panda, Twitching Pickle, Starter Pack, Last Note, Eagle Wolf, Jimmers B, Wiry Traveler, and Con Air on DVD. Thank you guys so much. I'll be updating this list. I'd like to update this list Friday. So that is what we are going to do at that. So consider supporting today. Your support of the Patreon helps us a lot. Other ways you can support, you can subscribe to this Twitch channel. Go ahead and check to see if you have a Prime sub available, and feel free to drop it here. We got many raccoon themed emotes. They're high quality, well done, and your support is greatly appreciated. So with that, what else? Follow me on twitter.com/BrettUltimus. And let me go ahead and read off our subscriptions for today. River Zebra, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 8 months. Russ, thanks for the raid, buddy. Appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Pushing Pal, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 14 months. Baker Staunch, gifting 4 subs. Cold Leaf Soup, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 9 months. Baker Staunch gifting 5 subs. Dio Maximilian, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 17 months. Lazy Ramaco, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 6 months. T-Jacket, thank you for the Prime sub. Lepetoire, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 7 months. At Fat Frog, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 22 months. Karen Lion Ward, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 21 months. Shadow King Ace, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 2 months. The Hazy Hog, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 19 months. Tori Burrito, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 45 months. God, some of you guys are approaching 48 months, and that's gonna be wild. Yo, Riku, thank you for dropping in that Prime sub. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Rack Pack. Appreciate you all so much for dropping that Prime sub, man. That helps out a ton. Diabolic Dude, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 7 months. DK Gur, thank you so much for the Prime sub for 4 hours. Welcome to the Rack Pack. Baker Staunch with another 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. And that's it, my friend. That's all we got for today. I'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. EST, Spire of Euclid, session 1. Why don't you go hop in into yourself, get yourself another campaign right over there. And probably start a little early as well. Maybe some Final Fantasy to pass the time before our session comes in. All right, guys. Oh, last thing. God, I always forget that one thing. Join our Discord. We post fan art at the end of every session if there's any fan art. You could talk Rules Lawyer. You could talk spoilers. I think I saw a D&D group that formed there last night. I think they had one of their first sessions or session zeros. I'm not entirely certain. But we got a D&D LFG. So if you're looking to play some D&D, we got some people in there that are interested in forming a group together. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I will talk to you all tomorrow, 7 p.m. EST, Spire of Euclid. Have yourselves a lovely evening. Bye-bye.